Hello. 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 We just finished watching the Mario movie. It was so cute. I loved it. I loved it. It was so good. What are you up to? Face red heart shape. You coming up with me? I know, me too. It was really good. I loved it. It's a total feel good movie. So cute at the end. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? Hi, Arnie. Colin and I just got done watching the Mario movie. It was so good. I also watched the Barbie movie again today. And this time I got to watch it alone. And it was quiet in here. So, hi, MC. It was quiet in here so I could hear it better. It was such a good movie. That was good too. So, if anybody's thinking about going out to see the Barbie movie, do it. It's a great movie. And it's not a kid's movie. It is, but it isn't. And it's got a wonderful message in it. And it's just a good all round movie. Yeah, the Barbie movie is awesome. It is really, really good. So I'll wait till I get about 10 people if I do before I drop the link. We're still not feeling the best, but I'm lots better. I'm just wore out physically and mentally. Hi, Miguel. How are you? So when I bring everybody, people up, let's have a nice, calm, no drama, live. Because I really got to get my, emotions and all that good stuff. Emotions and feelings and you guys hear me by the way, and all that stuff back in order. Too much stress will get you in the end. I mean, I hope it's not the end, but you know what I mean. Hang on just a minute. I'm doing some things. Oh, I gotta put that up because my puppy dog get into that. My husband's on a fishing trip for a few days or camping something or other with his family. Isis being loud. Hi, Dawn. Layla said, life again, you had a sugar crash. Oh no. It's crappy. I had french fries for supper and a frozen Coke. It was pretty tasty. Colin said, Mom, you want a hamburger? I said, no, nothing heavy. So, Enid, are you coming up? Who wants to come up? Kitty Cat is very happy. Okay, I'm going to drop the link, but I'm going to stay in the bubble because I ate a Polish hot dog, half a cheeseburger potato dish, and a salad for dinner. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to drop this link and I can have 5 more people plus myself. Hang on just a minute. I'm still having a Hair to Stitches says, "Hi, Chris. I don't know. She seems to be restless, unfulfilled, but maybe I'm projecting." Well, Stella misses her daddy. And she was pacing the floor looking for him. So it looks like I'm going to have to try to sleep in the bedroom tonight. And I know I won't be able to do it, but it says I'm drinking. Oh, well, wine's not a bad thing, I guess, if you like it, but you're drinking water. Okay. Hang on, I'm just putting a link. I'm very slow-mo tonight. Okay, I think that's it. See if that works. It's morning where Siba Praziad, I wish I could say your name. It's nighttime where I'm at. 9:05. Oh God, I see. Okay, there's a 14. I'm glad that 13's gone. I don't like that number whatsoever. But I dropped the link. See if that works, guys. I don't know if it will. Oh, Ariel said she was just stuffing her face with some cheese sticks. Okay, here comes Enid. Hello.
Hey.
What's up?
No, is this working? Oh.
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it just sounded like you was breaking up there for a second.
Oh.
Oh, you're fine now.
I need brain bleach after.
You what?
That thing you showed me or
God,
you're talking about earlier.
I know.
Like, oh my God, I need some like 9 Inch Nails to purify my soul.
Can you believe that?
No, I'm stunned.
I know. I was too.
Because, well, like it's fascinating in a terrible way that the profanity and the innuendo and the nasty words that, except there was some oddities that people were questioning in the comments, like what? She used a word that we normally use for male genitalia, but she was talking about her own stuff. So apparently that back then was slang for part of women's parts. Yeah. So I was like, that's weird. But the F word and the other were in the same context we use them for today, and I didn't realize because that word has evolved over time. I thought that using it in that context of the act and the using it as a modifier or a to emphasize something like a word. I thought that was a far more modern usage. I had no idea in the 1920s they used that word in that context. It's just, I'm floored.
Yeah.
And
it goes back real far.
It's amazing.
500
in a bad way.
500 years it's been used.
But I think it was different before. Like they used it in a different context, and it wasn't profane. So it's become over time a filthy word. But it started off being something a little different. And they even debate about where it originated from. But it's just, I can't believe anyone was that crass or that foul recording, making music that 100 years ago. It's just, I'm stunned.
We don't want to say it on here.
No. I'm just,
yeah. No.
It's just the historical part of it is just,
over 100 years ago.
It's almost. It was like 1924, so literally like next year will be 100 years. I mean, everybody talks about, there was probably some sketchy stuff in the 70s and definitely in the 80s. And
you know that.
You know what I mean? Like the morality stuff, and then
the word back then. It's the oldest profession in the world. So, But Dawn,
I'm just amazed.
do you have Facebook?
I still
Do you have
like
Facebook?
it's pretty hard to offend me. Like I'm not
That
offended
would
by
totally offended me.
profanity,
I know, but
but
didn't it make
the
you
thing
feel
is there
brutal?
is a certain line when it comes to certain acts. No, I told you about. I don't think I mentioned that. I won't here because I can't. There's no way I can beat around the bush or
Yeah.
you know what
But
I
if you,
mean. But I had a friend, and I used scare quotes there because she was a deeply disturbed person. But she said that stuff about her husband and me.
yeah.
That I almost threw up when she said it. I was like, what? Like that's a bridge too far. Like that is just there's
Well,
I
I had
guess there is a
heard
line
about,
in my head, a line in the sand where you don't cross that. It's too it's too far, and
yeah,
I'm like,
there's
what?
another word she sang in one of the songs, and I was like, what? That you
Which
say.
one? You can use the
I'll
first
type it.
letter.
I'll type it to you. But
Oh, is it the C word?
no, no.
Oh,
Don, if you let me let's see, wait a minute. Where's Enid?
I'm right here. Yo,
Absolutely flabbergasted.
I know,
Okay,
and I
here it
thought it
comes.
was when you told me, and before I had really
Oh, wait a minute.
searched
That's
it
not
up,
what
I thought,
it
oh,
was.
it's somebody's pulling your leg, or you know what I mean,
No,
like it's fake. And then I found it, and I was like, oh, okay, that's not fake.
okay, you see
But
that word? I tried to type it in, and it's not letting me. It's got me go, and it's gave me high. But you know what I'm talking about? Where she said the down in Baltimore where the streets are full of. Let's see if this works. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see. Hang on. Okay, just a minute, guys.
I mean, it's so funny. People cringe about the word moist now. And 100 years ago, there
Right.
was this woman with bad teeth
Oh my
saying the
God.
most disgusting, abhorrent, like
Okay.
bragging about spreading an STD and all this other, like this madness. And
Yeah,
then, like, I cross stitched the word moist, and people are like, "Ugh." So it's funny to
yeah.
me. I'm
I'm
like,
going to
what the
tell
hell?
you the lady's name. I'm going to tell you guys the lady's name, but do not
Oh,
hold me.
yeah.
We don't hold
That
it
seems impossible.
responsible.
How would they know that? Because that HO, like the garden implement, but spelled
So
different,
obviously that's been around
that
for a
is a
while.
modern phrase. There, that is
Type her
that
name
seems
in there, Enid.
impossible.
Type her name in there. But guys, I'm just telling you right now,
Yeah,
beware
no.
about
If
what
you're easily disgusted, can
you're
you
easily
close that,
disgusted
please?
and
Close
offended.
the.
You're going to be totally,
Hold on.
totally offended. And we're not saying don't hold us responsible for about if you look it up for about to be ready to hear what you're going to hear, because if you're easily offended and you're going to be flabbergasted, you're going to be flabbergasted. I can't even draw. Well, I can't drop the link. No, not in the chat. Hello, Miss I Ching. Jane, I hope you feel better, sweetie. I don't know where Enid went. She's supposed to drop the lady's name, but not the link, because it is absolutely. It's like 100 years ago. Did you put
God.
her? Can you put her? Do you want me to type her name?
Yeah, I
Don't.
don't even know if I can bring myself to do it
I don't
because
know. Me either. I'm
I.
trying to drop the person's. I'm
But it
trying to
is on YouTube and it hasn't been taken off. So, and people are probably dying of curiosity. It's the worst. No, I'm a Gen Xer. I've heard. I thought I'd heard it all, but I'm wrong. I've heard. Well, I've listened to Eminem and Nine Inch Nails, and even
Okay.
back in the dawn of defensive
Sweetie.
days, all that stuff. And this takes the
Yeah,
cake.
I'm 60 years old,
I'm
and I thought I've heard it all too, but
astonished.
obviously not.
But I'm
Yeah.
fascinated how that I assume some of these phrases and expressions are, you know what I mean, late 20th century or early 21st century, like that. I could go in a time machine, go back to 1920 something, and understand
Yeah, it's a singer like
the
100 years ago.
the context. and everything. I thought they would talk funny and use funny slang and stuff that I'd be kind of like confused, but
I feel like it
my
might be
goodness.
some kind of alternate universe, and it's not pleasant. But I will type the person's name. But if you are, I'm telling you what, listen to it and use caution if you're easily offended or
Yeah, it's
late
really
at
bad.
night, it may scare you, but it is not funny. It's not. It's by
Yeah,
no
some
means.
people were laughing at it in the comments. I'm like, I don't think this is funny. It's
Okay, I'm
gross.
going to type it in here, but oh my God, it is bad. It is totally so bad.
It's the worst thing I've ever heard. I can
think
categorically say listen, the most
I think
foul.
Enid can tell me if I'm spelling her name wrong. But
It was
see,
what was her name? It was Lillian something, wasn't
Bogan,
it?
Lucille,
Lucille Bogan. Yeah, that was it.
Bogan, was it?
I think so.
Okay,
I
guys.
guess my brain tried to scrub it because
Listen, guys, I'm going to type this name in.
I typed it in.
Oh, did you type it in?
Warning, it's so
Oh,
gross.
I typed it in too in cap locks. Okay, so you did type it in?
Yeah.
I don't see it. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna barf. It's horrifying.
Yeah, it's really terrible. I don't even really want.
I'm amazed. Like, didn't they have morality laws back then where you couldn't
Not wherever that lady was from. But remember, if you are easily offended, if you are easily shocked, if you are easily, we're not laughing because we think she's cool or she's funny. We're laughing because it's totally will make you laugh.
Shock.
Laugh. Shock.
Yeah.
And Colin had told me that, and I said, what in the world?
I didn't believe you until I listened to it, and I was like,
it's bad.
What the hell?
Listen to the song till the cows come home. Oh my Lord Jesus. I feel dirty. I feel like I need to be scalded with hot boiling water.
Give me some holy water, because
it's like an evil monster almost. It's like so bad. Hi, Nadia. And
oh man, I'm not laughing because it was funny when I listened to him. Laughing because it's so
like nervous laughter.
Terrible.
But if you type that lady's name in,
yeah, I had no idea that even existed. But some people were saying that it used to be a
hi Arnie,
a lot more vague.
It
was explicit and very
all of her songs are bad. And look what who said that? Oh gosh, where should I start? Did you how you doing, Arnie, honey? I see 1930s blues. Yeah, don't type
1920s even. It was the 1920s.
Don't type any more than that. Don't say no more than that, Dawn, because I can't. I'm in shock.
Really bad. Oh, holy!
This is 2023. That was 1924.
Yeah,
I talked, and I am.
How did they get the sound recording? That's what I want to know. Did they make records? How did they?
Yeah, they made records on they used a horn and they like a thing, and it can make recordings. So it's like a music box. How you doing, Arnie? Yeah, Don, it is.
I'm doing okay, but I'm belching up burnt chili.
Oh my!
Oh.
Yeah, I went here for supper tonight.
Where's that at?
It's a local restaurant here.
Well,
not restaurant, cafe style.
I couldn't read that. What did it say? George or something?
George Webb.
Oh, cool.
That's familiar. But
is there a lot of cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, Don, listen with caution because you'll feel like you are you will feel so
filthy.
I almost hurt all over just thinking about it. It's something. Oh my God, I can't believe it still.
I'm speechless. I gotta listen through everything I can find just so I can listen to the vocabulary.
There's a lot of them.
So that I can be amazed that they're using
It'll
bad
it will-
words in the same context we use them in today. Because I thought, I don't know.
Yeah, and
I
we
guess I'm an
think-
idiot. But like I
Just-
never heard my grandparents using filthy language or their what little I met of
What
their
was
parents. I guess I thought people didn't use those words. Then they use the filthy language. I don't know.
It just goes to show you how, we're born in a era or whatever where we thought back in those days everything was people were very, and they were
Moral
guess-
and
it'll make you
Damn.
go, what in the world did I just hear? And it will be so unbelievable. Men had stag movies and stuff like that, and I've never seen a stag movie, what they called a stag movie back then.
Probably pretty lame.
But it was supposed to be bad. But if that's what the kind of, oh my Lord,
It's worse than now. I mean,
yeah,
in a way, it's actually
than
worse.
we're here now. I couldn't believe it. And apparently, there's all kinds of people like that.
Holy cow!
That did music like that, and they played it
Wow.
in CD bars, and Arnie's like, "What are you girls talking about?" Oh my
I
God!
thought in CD bars it would have just been normal songs, not X-rated. It's just
Obviously,
like her singing about spreading STDs and stuff that totally
yeah, like she's
that
proud of.
pulls my morality chain like
I'm
crazy.
waiting for Don to listen to it.
Gen
and
X,
be-
I don't know,
and say,
just
"What?"
like what? How could you? It's so immoral to knowingly spread diseases. It's the epitome of immorality. I'm just like,
It's more
what?
than immoral. I don't know what you
Horrible. Because those dudes would go home and pass it to their wives, and that's before there was antibiotics. So the implications of this behavior is just catastrophic.
I know it.
I don't know. It depends. You might think it's funny.
It's animalistic. It's horrible. I guess that's what separates it from.
Yeah. It's when I think of if somebody produced something like that now, you'd probably like roll your eyes. But because 100 years ago, it's shocking.
If somebody
At least to me, I was like,
something like
what?
that, if somebody
I can't believe it. Holy
if
cow.
I'm like, why is that stuff on YouTube?
Because it's titillating, it's shocking, it brings views, but it's historical. Like, even though it's disgusting, it has a historical element to it, and it is a part of our history. So it has merit on that, I guess. Even though you need a barf bag to listen to it, it's still happened, right? It's not.
Hi, Angela.
So I just
John, go listen to it. Go look her up. Go listen to it and come back.
I'm just shocked.
Yeah,
Damn.
It's really bad. Arnie has no idea what we're talking about, but Arnie, oh my God, trust
You
me.
consider yourself lucky.
Consider yourself lucky. We just got the shock of our life today.
I sent a link to my husband, and I think he was horrified. So, and he listens to like Scandinavian heavy metal stuff, but you know what? It doesn't talk about, his songs don't talk about grody stuff like that, so I don't know. But
And just think, when I was 13 years old, my mom bought me a Queen 8-track and an 8-track player for Christmas, and I put the Queen music in, and she said, "Oh my God, what are you listening to? That's horrible. Oh my God, that's the devil's music." Oh.
I think Queen, the songs are about love and loss and themes like that. It's not about spreading diseases and genitals.
And there's even worse. It's got war. It's like I said, it's like a train wreck or car accident. You can't
look away.
You can't look away, and it's something you will never be able to unhear once you hear.
Yeah, you need brain bleach.
It's just old. It's just the recording is just, oh my Lord Jesus, help me.
It's so depraved. I can't. I'm just.
It might make your ears. It might make your ears bleed. Bleed, Don. Yes, Arnie.
Yeah, here's something. At the beginning, my mom did not like Pink Floyd at all.
Mm-hmm.
But then one day we were sitting waiting in the car for something, and Pink Floyd came on the radio, and my mom was sitting there listening to it, and she liked the song, the Wall.
Yeah.
The Pink Floyd is about morality and drug addiction and themes like that. That's not immoral. It's real.
Yeah.
Like to me, like
compared to
what's
this,
offensive is doing bad things to other people and being. But I remember back in the 90s or was it the late 80s? I can't remember when Madonna was doing her, like she morphed into this like highly controversial character and did those music videos and that disgusting book. That it pales in comparison to this filth.
Yeah.
It amazes me.
And Elvis Presley, how parents were like, "Oh my God, that's the devil's music." This made him look like the choir boy.
Yeah.
Compared to that, Shirley, what kind of people? Oh my Lord!
Meanwhile, I listen to like 80s rock about pain, suffering,
maybe
love,
we just
and
understand
just,
because that's totally
that kind of stuff. It's so funny to me. Oh,
maybe it's because we don't get it because we have. Well, it is because we have morals, but what kind of people? 100 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
Where that was. I'm going.
And she was married like twice. So this is why I'm like, what?
I don't. Them words have never been mentioned in my house, and I'm married for 30-something years.
Yeah, some of the stuff she said, I wouldn't be caught dead talking like that. Not even in jest. Not even to be sarcastic. Because it's
how could you even?
It's too much.
How could a person?
No, I got a foul mouth, but it's because I'm startled or get frustrated or.
How could somebody sing that song and yet let alone record it and?
Yeah, what about the backlash? There must have been some backlash in her personal life. You know what I mean? Like,
Don says, "Oh my gosh, what were you ladies listening to? Did you hear it?
It's Colin's fault. Colin told Noni. Then Noni told me. What has been heard cannot be unheard. I don't know how the hell Colin found it, but apparently it popped up on Reddit and Reddit stuff will go viral.
Yeah, and he said, "Mother." Well, I asked him first. Last night I was watching stuff about haunted house or not haunted houses, about old abandoned houses like in the 1920s and the mob, and isn't that disgusting? And the mob, and so the next thing in line, I was just they play her. She popped up. That lady popped up, and it said 1920s, 30s. They called it something. Something music, blues music, but it was not a Madam House or not like some kind of a
cat house.
Not cat house, some other kind of music. She's a smart girl. And anyway, that popped up, and I said, "What?" And I turned it off after about 3 words. She said 3 words, and then I said, and Colin heard it, and I said, "Colin, have you ever heard it?" He goes, "Yeah, I know what you're talking about." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And then I just was so flabbergasted, and I was like, "No way!" I thought this is a hoax. This is gonna be.
I thought somebody falsified that. I'm like, there's no way this can be real, but apparently it is because there's even a Wikipedia entry about this woman. So
do you feel like you've been thrown into an alternate universe, and it's just like this cannot be real for 100 years ago. I don't know what I think. I just know
It
I'm
kind of
shocked.
throwing me on my ear, and I'm trying to think about what
See, we're
kind
thinking
of because like at some point morality was
more like my
enforced. You
person's
couldn't go
more.
around talking about doing those things without being fined or I don't know, put in prison. I don't know how that works, but um and then
Why that
men
it's
would
not
want to
just
listen to
going
that is
around.
I'm like, wow. Like I'm actually flabbergasted that there was a market for this kind of thing.
Yeah, and you
Because it's
can
not
never
even good music, in my opinion. It's not like not fun to
no, it's
listen to. So
lawful
I'm
or
like,
something.
what part? Like I'm trying to. Was it like strip clubs? Like what we would consider that kind of a peeler bar? I don't understand.
Oh,
I'm glad I don't understand because
well, apparently they did that. It's down south, and even what I read, that was poor. The women were very poor, and like the oldest, the oldest job in the world or whatever, and
mhm.
even in up in New York and stuff like that, oldest profession in the world, and women were so poor and so mistreated.
What are you drinking? Is that tea?
Yeah, I poured tea into a white grape water bottle.
Oh, be careful. You can't
What's the name?
adequately sterilize. That's supposed to be a single-use bottle, and
They're
the
BP.
bit at the top where the lid screws on, you can't clean that well enough, and you could basically get E. coli or something. I saw a thing on a long time ago, so just be careful.
Type her name.
Um,
Type her name in it. I can't even make myself type her name.
oh
Name.
God,
Nancy
Nancy,
wants to
might
know.
regret this.
Nancy, be careful.
It's the
If you're eating
worst thing I've ever
coffee,
heard, and
worst thing I have ever heard.
I have a curious nature, and I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff on the internet, and
There it is. And
listen
I
to
have
90s music, 80s music, and
even it's worse to me. It's even worse than some of the worst horror movies. It's worse than it's so
mhm.
shocking and so to hear that. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm I'm like asking it. I wonder if that lady's in purgatory. Is she?
Yeah,
Uh,
I remember what I said. I can't repeat what I said.
Hi,
is she
Becca.
living?
Hi, Becky. Hi, Lisa.
Basic,
And
she's
that's just one thing.
probably in the down below turning tricks for the
Oh,
devil.
it's
I don't
okay.
know.
We've only been here 30. I
I
just
don't know.
popped up. I just
Um,
popped up. Becky,
I
honey, it's
shouldn't say
okay.
that out loud. My
What'd you
bad.
say?
Nothing.
Oh my God, you sound like Jillian when you said that. Nothing. Oh, sorry. Nancy, be very careful what you hear. Hi, Lisa, honey. It will
I'm
shock
not
you.
even Catholic, and I feel like crossing myself.
I'm
So
glad I give you permission.
I'm not even sure I do it right. So I just do it both ways to
Let's
cover my
left there's
bases.
down and left to right. Uh, down with fingers, two fingers, left, right. Um, I just and now I'm going to be curious, and I'm going to type in all the other names that I found that did the same kind of music, and I just am. They were actually these women were actually competing for the crudest songs.
Wow.
Oh,
I can't. I'm like, what?
yeah, I'm like, what in the world? And it's 100 years ago. And these other ones were like
That's madness.
1899 and stuff. I'm like, what in the
Wow.
world? Hi, Jen. Long time no see, sweetheart. How are you? And here I am trying to get over
Hi,
severe
Ben.
grief. And then I came across that broad. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Help
Oh, it's
me,
also
help.
known as body blues.
What?
Oh, dirty blues, also known as body blues. The form
Oh,
of
my
blues
God.
music deals with socially taboo and obscene subjects,
How could someone sing a
often
song
referring
like
to
that?
sexual acts and drug use. Well, some of it was banned from radio and only available only on jukeboxes.
How could someone sing like that and then go home and, well, they probably didn't go home alone, but how could they sing like that, talk like that, say those things, and then go home and go to sleep? Were they crazy? Jeff Don. Oh, dear Jesus. She found it very
Coffee
educational.
with 18 Blues? What the hell?
Yeah. Don, what you trying to learn, honey? Don said she found it very educational.
No, don't do those things though.
Don't do those things.
Yeah, don't do whatever it is she was talking about, because that is
I thought I'd heard everything.
SEG.
I thought I had heard
Crazy.
everything, and here's my life more than halfway over, and now I've heard this. I'm like, what and why? And I never even knew nothing about that.
I could have lived my whole life and never heard any of that. I would have been fine.
Oh,
isn't that crazy? But I'm glad it's now where I'm older and I can sort of like be dispassionate-ish. I can't listen to most of it because it just hits my gag reflex. Like,
and the woman, the woman didn't get famous for her voice because she sings.
There's people making music now that sound worse, but maybe she set the precedent.
Music too. Oh my God, Don. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm just laughing because I'm in shock. Don says she may pursue a new career in singing. Oh my Lord. I'm flabbergasted. Enid didn't know what she was getting herself into.
No. I'm shocked.
They're so shocked. I am so shocked. And if anybody hears it, they will be shocked. I don't think anybody's ever.
No, it'd be funny to go in a time machine and go back to that era, or
I won't go near that
the late 19th century and cross-stitch profanity. Just be like sitting there in my
just don't Enid,
garb,
just don't crochet
words and with flowers on it, and be like, "Hey, check this out," and then they faint. Oh.
Listen to me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do not. Whatever you do not. Okay, here I go. You're going to hear a sound. Do not cross stitch this.
Cross stitch what?
The sound. Clapping my hands.
Oh, I don't see how I could. Yeah, I don't. That would be difficult. I could just cross stitch, clap, 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 but that can be construed.
Now you gave it. Now
in
you
a
gave
variety
it.
of ways.
Oh my goodness.
I'm tired. Holy.
Yeah, you got it. It's really bad, guys. And puppies. And the thing is, that person is not the only one. And why did I never know this? I'm 60 years old.
We were sheltered.
I don't think many people knew this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even think. I just can't believe it. Where did we go? Jen says, "How are we all doing? We're all doing pretty good. I've had a little bit of a breakdown, and I found out can do outpatient therapy. That it's probably all because of my fall. I had, we had some deaths in my family and stuff like that, and I just kind of brushed it under the rug and didn't deal with it, and I fell in the bathtub and all that, and I think it just brought it to a head. But other than that, I'm doing all right." What song are you talking about? Oh, Jen, type her name one more time.
Oh God.
Look this lady up, Jen.
I feel foul just typing it. It's so bad. Oh my
word. So bad. It's 100 years ago. Yeah, it sure is. One more time. But don't anybody drop no links to this person, because I'm going to go pray for her soul. She's been dead since 1946 or something like that.
1950. No, wait, 1948.
No, I'm not. No. Noni has found a bee liking. No, I don't have no liking. I'm so absolutely disgusted. I don't want to be a woman anymore. And I'm
Wow.
nervous. Did you type the name in? Yeah, Jen. Oh my
Her
God.
teeth are busting ass, but there wasn't really
Jen, put
good
your
dentistry back then,
earbuds
so
in and
1948.
listen very carefully. You will absolutely be. I've never heard anything. I've never even heard a person talk like that in real life. I've never heard anything. And I am
I
60
had
years.
that friend who was
I know, Don.
very disturbed, and she would tell me about her and her husband's uh swinger lifestyle. I'm trying to mince words, and she would go into some detail, and I would like almost throw up. But it wasn't even anywhere near as graphic as this. Not
My
even
husband,
close.
my husband's a
Wasn't
guy,
even
and he
close.
said, you know, how Arnie can tell you how guys talk. I mean, a
Mhm.
lot of women talk like that too, but you get a bunch of guys together and how they just talk about things. I worked in a prison. Doubt it will.
I don't know, Jen.
Yeah, it might not, Jen,
I've
because
heard and seen some crazy stuff online and known some crazy people, and this pale everything I've ever experienced pales in comparison to
yeah,
the
a friend of mine, Judy.
foulness of it. It's amazing.
Yeah, if Jen worked in a prison though, she's probably seen it, especially if she's a woman
Yeah, I should
walking
be
in a
desensitized
male's
to.
prison. Because my
Yeah.
friend Judy, I called my friend Judy today and I was talking to her about it, and she said, "Okay, I'll go listen." She said, "No, need that is." She says, "That's bad," but she said, "How would you like to hear that said to you every day from a?" She was a guard in a prison
Hmm.
for 38 years, and she said
Wow.
every day as she walked those those floors, you know, because they have the prison guards, that was those kind of things were screamed at her. And I'm like, how'd you put up with it? She said, what do you think? I'm nuts now. She said she would go. She said sometimes she had to run to the bathroom and throw up because
Yeah,
it's. But I mean, if you're
damn.
making, if it's 19, if you're on the salary because you've worked there so long, put on
Really? Crafty? Oh my god.
let's see what
Jeez.
what I've heard in my lifetime.
I thought I've heard filth and
Yeah, but I mean a song. I'm talking about
for 1924.
in 1924 hearing somebody sing like about
Crazy.
stuff like that.
Wow.
I've heard some stuff in
I've
my
had a
life.
much more sheltered life than I thought I did. And I've had, I don't know, my brain's on tilt, but I've
Being in it, we're about
done
in
and
tears.
seen and heard and read and
What did you
just
think
everything. And
when I said to you today, I want you to I want you to look this person up. You're not going to believe it. Did you think, oh no, he's just being her sensitive old lady
no,
self?
I thought it was maybe somebody made it up, or I was
Or
like,
did you
well,
think it was
that
even
doesn't
real?
make sense. I'm
Yeah, at first I thought it was made up. I thought it was made up, but that's a real person.
yeah. I mean, vulgar. I've
Okay,
heard
yeah.
vulgar. That's she was like literally singing about spreading the clap, like that.
Don't watch what
Like
you
my
say.
eyes all popped out of my head. Like she said, what? No, I've
Yeah, don't say that.
heard
Don't say it
people
again.
talk.
'Cause, I mean,
Oh, well, what about this? That can I say?
I know, but
Making
we won't
clapping.
say
I
that.
don't know.
Yeah, we won't say that word.
I didn't
no more.
say the
The real
actual.
word. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I tried
okay.
to mince
Because
words so
Benita
that.
was trying to figure out what that was, and I said, I think it's.
Well, I thought it was the other one, but you said it was the other one, and you were correct.
Yeah,
It was the
that's
other
what my
one.
mom.
I
Yeah,
had my euphemisms incorrect, but in a time before there was antibiotics, or
yeah. Did
you
you
know what I
say they
mean,
invented in
is
1928?
horrifying to me. It's just
Oh, really, Jen? Oh
horrifying.
my God! I know, but
Wow,
as a song, I
for
mean,
1924.
some of those phrases I've never heard things compared to that.
Wow,
Oh,
damn.
girls, and I'm 6 years old. Have I lived a sheltered life? No, I'm not. I have two
I've
kids,
seen
and
some things that would make some people throw up, and still there's women who've heard and
my
things
husband was
worse.
acting silly
I
after I let him
can't.
listen to it, but he was he was actually, I mean, he said that when you go like out to a deer camp or a fishing camp and men sit around and talk naughty and talk about women and stuff like that. But he said some of those things that he's never heard referred to as that.
Mhm.
And he was even like, as crazy as he can be, he was beat red and couldn't even look at me. And
Yeah, I think my husband probably didn't listen to all of it. I'll ask him later, but he was
hi Sophia, how are you, honey? Yeah,
and
let's
you
change the
know,
subject. I'm over here shaking like, oh
I
my
don't
god.
think I don't know, Jen. I've listened to rap
Yeah, I
from
was
the
thinking
80s and
about
the
rap.
90s
I was
and
thinking about the rap.
Eminem and Nine Inch Nails and
Yeah, I was thinking about the thing about
some
rap
stuff I
thing is
can't
right there.
remember off the top of my head that is just like raunchy and um crass, but
Jeez.
nothing that was could even touch the level of filth in this. It's just
I never could understand any of the words in the rap, so I don't know. Uh, Stella,
I've
Stella,
heard some like the whole like
you're so sad because
you
your
know, the
dad.
innuendo in some raps, but they're usually funny. Like at least they're funny, right? The anaconda and
I'm not
you
even
know the
sure if I know.
innuendos and the
I'm not even sure
no,
if I
it's
know
not
who
rap,
Nine
but
Inch
they have
Nails
some
is.
very dirty songs. No, Nine Inch Nails is industrial, I think, but
Nine Inch
it
Nails.
has
I
some
know. What do they sing?
filthy stuff. What?
What does Nine Inch Nails sing?
Oh, they have the I want to blank you like an animal.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know now. Remember what I told
Back
you
in my early
about
20s,
Adam?
it was my friend's birthday or something, and we went to a club, and I requested that song, and they played it, and she was mortified, and it was hilarious.
We know that woman in that sung this song. Could you imagine what her everyday vocabulary was like?
Yeah,
Of the raunch, the worst of
like
the
just
raunch.
going to the store, like could she converse with normal words, or would it all be like,
Oh, I heard
was
that,
she
Jen,
like
but I'm going to
walking
take
up
that
to
out when you
dudes?
said that because I don't even want that word on my life. But I'm
Oh,
not
I
getting
heard
into
that one
it.
before.
I'm going to take that out. Not that I. Oh, well, you just we just take that word out, Jen. That is just a word I hate. I hate that word as bad as, and I'm not being mean to you, sweetie. I would never do that, but I hate that word as bad as I hate the C word.
Yikes.
Worse than the F word. But oh god. But anyway, let's change the subject because I'm about to throw. Anyway, my little puppy girl here
So
is.
Nine Inch Nails has been described as incorporating alternative rock,
Yeah, Jen,
industrial
I'm not
rock,
getting on to you, hon. It's
industrial
just
dance, industrial, electro-industrial,
I'm very
industrial metal,
sensitive to
electronic rock, and alternative metal. Oh my goodness.
I'm very sensitive to vulgarity and bad words. Asking it, I freak out. Not that I haven't said them before, I have, but anyway, we'll change the subject now. My little puppy girl is so work. She dearly loves my husband so much, and he spoils her so bad. This little dog that he so hated when he came back from Africa. He's gone and will be gone till Wednesday or Thursday. She is lost and doesn't know what to do, and she's worried to death. She's literally shaking, walking the floor looking for him. Your daddy will be back on Thursday or Wednesday.
Wow. I typed in to a search
Honey,
engine
what?
most offensive music, and it popped up I Want Your Sex by
How about them
George
Beach Boys?
Michael. That was
Yeah, that's
pretty
real scary for
I hate that word edgy, but it was back in the day. That was pretty. I
sure.
remember that. I was a kid, but
Okay, let's change
um,
the complete subject. Who's
yeah,
seen the Barbie movie? I've watched it twice, and I didn't even have to go to the theater. And then
I watched it in the theater.
tonight I watched, and it is so cute. Is the Mario Brothers movie? I love it. I'm going to have Colin. I'm going to watch it again tomorrow. It is so stinking cute, and I want a Princess Peach doll. But all the ones that Enid can't quit buying toys. She corrupts me.
Yeah, true.
I got the Arnie. Feel free to say anything, honey. Anything. Uh, now I've got a
Yeah, me neither, Jen.
Oh, it's so good. You guys, it's got a message like you believe. It's not silly. It's kind of silly. No, I didn't have to go to the theater. Um, I have still got a short to make. I'm going to use my. But did you see one of the Barbies had on my tennis shoes, Enid?
Hmm.
My sister
So I'm
said,
looking at this lyrics to what is considered to be an offensive song from 1975.
yeah, the Super Mario movie is. But
Sorry, I'm
Enid,
not supposed to talk about offensive music. I'm just reading. I get distracted when I'm reading.
the Barbie movie
Interesting.
has got the most awesome message in it, and I had to watch it a second time to be able because I didn't hear good. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
the
go
Super
to the.
Mario movie
Yeah, I
is
could have worn it
awesome.
down. But if you're watching the movie, my sister told me that if you watch real close, one of the Barbies in the movie has those Barbie shoes from Walmart on, and I'm like looking and
What?
looking and uh-huh.
No way.
Yeah, and
Get
it's
out of
actually
town.
they're made by Mattel. So I'm not wearing
Holy
them anyway.
cow.
I'm not wearing them. They're a collector. They may not ever be a collector's item, but my sister said there's a couple times. Well, I've looked, and I could see like white tennis shoes and a little bit of pink, but I couldn't ever find
Whoa.
those shoes. But she said, yeah, in the movie, there's actually a Barbie or two different scenarios or whatever with my tennis shoes on. So I was like, so cool. But I've got two 1959 Barbies. They're reproductions. I have a blonde one. Both of them have black stripes swimsuits on. I'm gonna set them in my each Barbie shoe like a car and put a backdrop up, and I'm gonna. Well, you guys will have to watch it after that. But anyway, I thought that was so good at the beginning of the movie when those little girls are bashing their dolls against those rocks, and the Barbie looks down on them and smiles. That was so cute. But poor Ken, I felt so hard for Ken. Or, I mean, no. Did you hear what I said? I felt so bad for Ken. Boy, I'll tell you what, if I was
Yeah, I
Barbie,
did.
I'd have grabbed him and hugged him. He's so dang cute. I love him. I love that actor anyway.
Yeah, Super Mario's movie is free on YouTube. I was just looking.
Yep. It's really good. Yeah, that's where we watched it. So cute. You know, I forget things that I knew, and you wouldn't believe what I said to Colin. Is this where the thing it's on like Donkey Kong comes from? And Colin goes, just looks at me like I was crazy. And I thought, oh yeah, I remember now. But I didn't remember. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Is that how fried my poor brain is? I don't know what's wrong with me, but I got the itchiest ear. My ear itches almost like it's down in my throat.
Hi, Kenneth.
You guys ever had that where your throat kind of hurts and it
Mhm.
feels like it's up into your ear and it's almost like an itch, but it's a pain?
Yeah. What, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is already on streaming? What the heck?
Barbie
I guess
movie.
it was a couple
Barbie.
months ago.
Oh, Barbie movie.
I love
Oh,
Ryan Gosling. His acting
oh,
in that
me
movie
too.
was
So cute.
absolutely stupendous. The whole dancing sequence, I
I
was
love it.
dazzled. But he
Oh,
was
did
in
you
that
hear
Drive
where
movie way back in 2011 or something. That's one of my favorite movies. And he was
the letter?
dope in it.
Did you hear
No,
where
that what?
did you hear in the Barbie movie where that lady says nobody ever thought Margot, whatever her name is, would be
Robbie
chosen.
or something.
Margot Robbie would be because she was the Marvel girl, the what was
Harley
it?
Quinn or something.
Harley Quinn. She played Harley
Hmm.
Quinn. Where that one lady said, "Whoever thought that she'd be just all of a sudden pops up, and whoever thought that Margot Robbie would be chosen to play Barbie because she's not a real pretty. I mean, she's pretty, but I mean, I thought she's beautiful, but I mean, you think that somebody would pick somebody else to play Barbie, but I just thought it was a good movie. Thought it was cute, and it's my kind of movie. Here, I'm about out of breath. Here's the link, Kenneth, honey. Want to come up, or anybody wants to come up? Yeah, the Notebook. Yeah, what did I say? How old is he? Alexa?
40 something.
Is he really?
I think so.
Never mind, Alexa. Enid told me. If you guys watch the movie, The Addams Family, the one that just came out with, what's it called, with the girl,
Excuse me.
her friend in the movie's name is Enid. Me and Colin thought that was hilarious. He's 42. Yeah, the girl that's the.
I think he's a Canadian. I think Ryan Gosling's a Canadian.
Wednesday Adams. Her friend in college, his name's Enid.
What?
The girl.
Sorry, what?
Wednesday Adams in the Adams movie. When she goes to that college, that school, the girl that's in her room, her roommate or whatever, like in college or whatever, her name is Enid.
Oh, I have this toxic trait that when I'm reading something intently, getting information, like I'm reading an article on a Wikipedia entry on somebody, my ears turn off. And I've always been this way.
That's what it's supposed to do.
I don't hear my husband yapping at me and be like, huh? So he gets mad, but I'm like, I was reading, and he just goes, ah. So I don't know.
My sister used to be able to watch television and listen to music while she did her homework. Not me.
I'm not like that.
Sure.
I had to have it completely quiet. Did you hear that? What was that?
I don't know. It sounded like Siri, kind of. Oh, no, I said the word. Oh, God.
Little puppy. This poor little puppy. She's so sad. Her daddy gone. I'll have to go in there and try to sleep with her, which me sleeping in a bed is going to be, like, very hard to do. Oh, did Jen say she was going night? I'm sorry, Jen. Night, sweetie, if you're still there. You can sweep with Mama on her lap on the chair. Mama can't sweep in a bed. Hurts me. And then Kim called on the phone, and then she heard his voice, and she was like jumping all over the place. And I'm like, you got a French fry over there on the couch that I threw to you, and it's on the couch. I almost called this dog Nessa. It's your French fry, Nessa. You don't like French fries. Let me give you a French fry and you give me it. It's a poppycock. She's a poppycock. Yeah. She's a good little baby. She's a good little baby. Oh, my ear. Did you ever get water in your ear and like a day later or 2 days later the water comes out and you didn't even know it was in there?
Oh, I hate that feeling. It shivers.
That one.
I just had my head lean over and water just came out of my ear. That's why it was bothering me, I guess. And I showered yesterday, washed my hair and everything. But it just now, water came out. This poor little girl. Now that we've had our shock of the day and this, that, and the other, what's everybody up to? What have you been up to, Warnie?
And not much of anything.
I didn't do anything today, but finish a baby blanket and run back over to the bathroom, and then go see the people. And I finished seeing the people. Yeah, those people can. Never mind.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, no one's talking to you.
Watch the Barbie movie again. So it's twice. Watch the Mario Brothers. I told Colin, I said, I think I'll watch Frozen because I've never seen that. And he said, Mom, don't
Dad
watch
couldn't do
Frozen.
that.
What? What in the world? I've never seen that movie, Frozen, yet. Have you seen it, Enid? Well, you have probably because you got kids.
Yeah, a few times.
I've never seen
I
that.
can't even stop reading because I'm not going to be able to concentrate on what you're talking
I don't know
about.
how. I don't know. I've not seen so many movies. I've never seen somebody told me to watch the Troll movie. It was cute. But nobody can believe I haven't seen. I have never seen the movie Dirty Dancing.
Wow.
And
I've
you know
seen that a
why?
couple times.
I cannot
Why?
never stand Patrick Swayze. I thought he was nasty looking. I thought
Oh,
his body was vulgar looking.
wow.
I thought his face was hideous. And I couldn't I never could stand anything he was in. Yeah, I thought it was vulgar.
He didn't really do anything for me, but I was just a kid.
Hi,
So,
Nadia.
not my
Good Nadia.
it didn't
Yeah.
really gross me out, but I don't
Well,
know. Yeah, like I
I'm
found that
glad I
movie
found
kind of
somebody that's never
weird,
seen
but
Frozen before because I've never seen it. And
excuse me.
I guess I just haven't seen all these cartoons movies and stuff because I have grandkids that I don't get to
Goodness.
see. There's no little kids around,
Have you seen Up and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs
No,
and Wall-E?
no,
What the crap?
never seen none of that stuff. Now I saw Bambi. Look at
Bambi made me cry my eyes out when I was a kid.
bless
Dang.
you, Arnie. Let's see. What kind of movies did I see when Colin was little? When Adam was little, I took him to the movie to see All Dogs Go to Heaven. That's really an old one. We've only took Colin to the movies maybe once or twice. Maybe once. When he was little, we took him to see, and he thought it was awesome. Was Going to Bed, Kenneth? It was oh my goodness, this poor puppy. It was this movie about it had Angelina Jolie in it when she was really young. Kevin, what was that movie, Colin? About where they get cars and anyway, it'll come to me later, but I can't. Oh, Don lives beside a drive-in. Gosh, that's one thing I haven't seen in a long time. We used to have one in Cuba, Missouri, which is about 45 miles from where I live, but they finally closed it down. But we did used to have one back in the day. I think they closed it down like in 1980 or something like that. Poor puppy, can't get comfortable. I don't even know what. I know Colin had a VCR movie. It was the Rugrats. We just never did go to the movies or anything like that. I did when I was a kid, but my kids were never. Oh, I took Adam to see, I think it was Snow White or something like that. And he was like 2 years old and he was way too young. I don't know why I did that. And he ran up and down the halls and they told me to take my unruly child and go up into the balcony. Hi, Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Hey, Emily.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you, honey?
I'm still here.
How's your
How are
weather?
you doing? I thought you went to the hospital today.
I did, but I can't. I have to do outpatient. I can't. My insurance won't pay for it to be in there actually.
Oh, okay.
But I'll just have to
Well, I
get
know
through it.
you're happy about that. You get to be at home.
I'd like to have got to go somewhere and get a break, but I'd have missed my fur babies too much. But my husband is gone for 3 days, so getting a
Where'd he
break.
disappear to?
Huh?
Where'd Daddy disappear to?
He went, his family does this thing once a year where they rent this big house and it's got I don't know how many people go. Me and Colin never go because we don't like to be around people that much. I don't even know where it's at. His family his parents rent a big house and it's like on a lake and they swim and fish and do family things.
Oh, okay.
But I don't like to go anywhere. I like to be what am I doing? Oh, sorry, Stella. I like to be at home in my happy place. But I'm not even sure where he's at. He told me that I wasn't paying attention.
Oh.
He tried to tell me tonight, but he called to talk to a little girl because she's absolutely in shock. His little sweet puppy dog that he's got spoiled after him. Poor baby. She just for the first couple hours he was gone, she walked the floor, barked at the window, and she thought he was outside because he's always outside doing something. Her daddy was gone. Her daddy was gone. So we had to call her on the phone and talk to her. It cracks me up. I always tell everybody, little kids and dogs love my husband, but women don't. Little kids love him, dogs love him. Baby, he gave her a bath yesterday. She smells so pretty. I got her bathy. I got to get a haircut when he gets back, but the hair's all grown out.
I just saw the ugliest Pokemon is an Electrike. It has a very disturbing face.
Well, Stella's ears are so big, and she can hold them both up now at the same time. She's got ears like Pokemon. They're gigantic.
This thing's hideous. But I'm gonna catch it anyway because why not?
Oh dear, I got to take my medicine. Oh my God, I'm out of water.
I don't take mine anymore.
Your medicine?
Nope, I don't take my asthma control anymore.
This medication that I take is such a high-powered.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have bad problems.
Well, I didn't know they were.
Theoretically, I could live without mine, but yeah.
I didn't know these were pink. I thought they were like a beige, and they're actually pink. Amazing when you turn on the light what you can see.
Oh.
I like to be in the dark. I'm a dark.
Oh.
I don't like the taste of blood though, so people have said to me, "Are you a vampire? Are you a vampire? Because you're always in the dark." I don't know. I might be.
Yeah, I have to keep an asthma inhaler. I didn't get asthma from, regular stuff. I got it from living in an asbestos trailer for 6.5 years.
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
Oh
But
no!
But it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me now as bad now that I don't have to go up and down stairs that often.
Adult onset asthma is bad.
Only when I go to his house because he has stairs to go up to his apartment. So it's not too bad.
Mine's adult onset.
How are you doing?
All right. How are you doing, Emily?
Pretty good. How you doing, Arnie?
I'm doing okay.
That one not for puppies. Did Mama spill water? I spilled water on Stella while I was drinking water. And she's staring at me like, "How dare you? Are you going to bite my face off?" Poor little baby.
It's almost the end of the month. Hooray! Our checks are coming soon.
Yes, and I spent, Enid, I thought I spent $120 of my YouTube money this month. I didn't. I only spent 97. 97.
You got some more to spend then. I'm just kidding.
I have never, it's been so many years since I even spent that much money on myself.
Wow.
And hi, Callie. And I actually spent $97 altogether.
Dear video visits are available 24/7.
Uh-oh. Yes, because somebody showed me really cute bunny rabbit and a really
Yeah.
cute TY.
Yeah, I'm an enabler.
You are an enabler. And that was
Oh
just
dear.
what?
Oh, Arnie barked it.
The burp it?
Mm-hmm.
Did Enid make you
Oh,
burp?
fudge.
She's an enabler. You got to watch her. If she sees if she sees something cute online, she makes people want to buy. Oh well, Stella, excuse me. Oh, Stella goes. Oh,
Have
Well,
you got the new baby doll in?
in my defense, I found them first at Walgreens.
I got 3
So-
baby dolls coming, actually,
Did you
I
get
can
your
go
newest
back
one
there
in?
and look again.
and a bunny
Did you
rabbit and a kitty cat.
Did you
So
get your
I
newest
can
one in? Your newest baby doll?
Huh?
Who are you talking to?
Did you get your
Oh,
newest baby
that.
doll in?
No, I just got the 2, and then there's 2 more that are coming.
2 more. Wow.
2 or 3 more, I don't know. And then because I'm getting rid of all my old stuff, except some of them. All my Christmas Barbies, I'm taking them to the Goodwill. I'm sick of them. I've had them for.
No, send them to me. I want Christmas Barbies. What the hell?
They're not the Christmas Barbies like you think. They're not the.
I don't care.
They're not the yearly Barbie dolls. They're ones I've had for about 30 years.
Yeah, I want my hands on
I
those.
set
Are you
out
kidding
at
me?
Christmas time,
Probably
and
amazing.
Well, I got the very first Barbie. I don't know what I'll do with them. I've got I've got the Singing Sisters Barbies that came out in 1997. They were the first ones, 96 or 97, and they're like on a staircase, and they all have a green dress on. And
Oh my
you
god.
fish each doll down, and they sing like they'll start singing a song. I think they sing like 4 songs or something. But when I opened it up, they had the original batteries in there from. Stella, quit doing that. They had the original batteries in there from 1997, and all the battery stuff is corroded in them, so they don't even work anymore. And I had them for years. And that 2 years that we didn't have air conditioning, because they were back there in my bedroom
Mm-hmm.
in a case, and actually some of the dress, because it was so hot back there. Hi, Deborah, honey.
Hi, Deborah.
Hi,
Plastic.
Deborah.
The plastic straps that Barbies have on their dresses to hold their dresses up, you
Mhm.
know, when they're like, okay, Stella, if you're going to lift your behind, you got to get down because I ain't going to hold no dog that's licking their butt. But anyway,
Hi, Kenneth. Put your butt up here, Kenneth.
but that Barbie, those dresses, those plastic tabs melted on the body. That's
Hi,
Wow.
Deborah.
I slept back there for 2 years in 90 degrees weather at night. And because we had 2 summers, we didn't have air conditioning. And then I've got the Christmas Barbie still here, and I've got my ponytail Barbies. I got my 1962 Barbie that my sister bought me. That one I won't get rid of because that one's worth a lot of money. Stella, honey, quit licking your hind end. I can't handle that right now. Wash your teeth. Here, let me wipe you. Oh, she's split. She's gone. Okay, Mom, don't do that in front of your mother. Okay, I know it's necessary, but please don't lick. Okay? No, don't lick my ankle either. This dog. Come here, let me wipe you off. Come here. Well, honey, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You want a treat? Am I gonna have to brush your teeth?
Playing Pokemon Go.
I swear, Stella's ears are as long as Pokemon's. But I'm so glad she can finally hold both of them up.
Oh,
She can hold both of her ears up now.
that must look very funny.
Huh?
It must look very funny because she's so
They're
small
long.
and her ears are so large.
They're not- well, that video, I made a short of her so you can see how long they are, but they don't. She had them completely straight up. But she's still being cute and ain't even funny.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what about Brownie? What's he going to eat? They don't need no food because Colin got me a big old basket of French fries from McDonald's, and I gave more than half of it to them dogs. So they're going to be They'll be having the runs from that, the farts, and everything else. Okay, now Brownie gets the rest. Why can't you get up there, Kenneth? I dropped the link.
Yeah, Kenneth, why don't you get the butt up here?
Excuse me.
I dropped it like 3 or 4 times in case you needed it.
Oh,
Fart
I did
blossom.
drink water. Oh.
Fart blossom. Hey, look! Oh, look! Look what it's showing. Oh, I remember. I joined my own channel. I'm a channel member to my own channel. Look.
Oh no, seriously?
Uh-huh. I just wanted to see if it worked, and I did it, and it does.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
So I got a 99-cent level, so I'm actually
What
losing
sorcery is
what,
this?
30? Oh, you know what? When somebody gives me a $20 super chat, guess how much of that I get? $9.50. YouTube
Wow.
gets the rest. I went
What's
through their
that
damn.
mean by I don't have the rock? What does that mean?
Do what?
Kenneth put, I don't have the rock.
He obviously meant app.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go. Hey, Kenny.
Kenneth, there's the rock.
Hello.
I mean the app.
Kenneth.
He hit.
Hi,
He
brother.
wants to be a bubble too.
Hi, Emily.
Hi, Kenneth.
That's cool icon
Hey,
got there.
Arnie.
Your
Hey,
profile
hey,
image thing.
Hi,
Who
Mom.
else?
Hi, Enid.
Howdy,
Hey, my
howdy.
dude.
Hi, brother.
Oh, that guy, I
Hello.
saw that. Some Caribbean comedian guy died today.
Who?
I don't know. It just popped up and it went back down. He's a comedian. He's a Canadian comedian.
Uh-oh. Oh, God. It
What
was not
happened?
Mike Myers or Dina, what's his face, or,
I loved in that Mario movie when that Bruno or Bow Wow or whatever, the demented looking big turtle dude.
yeah.
What's his name?
Bowser?
Bowser. Jack Black sings that. Jack Black sings for him. You know, he's playing he was singing to the song to Peach, Princess Peach. And I said, who's singing that, Colin? He said, that's Jack Black is singing that. Well, Emily fell out. I thought that was hilarious.
Emily, don't sit by the window.
Emily fell out. She's probably got her. My phone's starting to get real hot. If I'm on it for a little bit, it just starts getting real hot. So it's probably
So when I charge my phone, it gets real hot. Hot to trot.
hot to
I stuck in
trot.
the fridge before.
That might be one of those that lady's song, "Hot to Trot." You might have to look it up.
I didn't know who was going live tonight. Mater, I thought I said
Hey,
hi
Jane.
to Mater.
Hi, Jane.
Oi, Jane, tudo bem?
Two totos. Jane's got her microphone turned off. You're muted.
She's muted. Don't.
Hey. She's out. She went out. Whew, I'm kind of exhausted.
Oh my gosh, this is a very strange looking Pokemon. Weeping Bell. Like a weird plant. It looks like something from Plants and Zombies, whatever that game was called.
I told Colin I want to start playing his Switch
love
again.
that
He just
game.
looked at me. He just looked at me like I'm the dumbest person he's ever met again. He don't say
Why?
yes.
You
don't
need to
say
get
yes.
Animal Crossing so that we can play remotely together. You can come to my island and raid it for resources and stuff.
I had a Nintendo DS one time. If that was what it was called, was that what it was? It was pink.
Probably.
I bought it.
Yeah.
I got it for $110 with some games. At GameStop. Long time ago. And I got it to learn Spanish on. Because I had a bunch of kids. I had a bunch of kids that were students that were Spanish. So I was trying to teach myself Spanish. I learned a little bit of Spanish from that. and I took it to work to school with me, and I used it to talk to them because there were some kids came in like their parents were going to the university. They were Spanish, and there were some other kids, and it had a um, thing to teach the phonics of their language, and it did help. I could
You know what I
use,
like?
Noni.
huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I did a super chat. I done it through PayPal.
Cool.
To me?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you,
calling it-
sweetheart. Thank
And
you,
then,
thank you.
Enid,
Yeah,
you know
Karen.
my
Is my
favorite
PayPal?
word? You know my
Thank
favorite
you,
word
Arnie.
in
Bless your
Spanish?
heart. You didn't have to do that, sweetheart.
What? What's your favorite word in
Is my
Spanish?
PayPal
Any
on my about page?
comida or something?
No, Spanish is really, I think that's one of the most easiest language
No,
you can learn.
no, it ain't.
Not for me, bruh.
That's
Come
hard.
It's hard to
on.
pronounce and
You know,
but
But
I
no,
like one word, but you know, y'all don't never say that word. I can't teach you one thing bad.
darn it,
It's
I don't
Anyway.
see your super chat on the app.
she
No,
like,
it-
you know,
I just don't. I think, well, Arnie knows. I think I don't even know what was trying to say. I'm so spaced out. I'm spaced out, but so worn out from the last week or so. I'm like, wow,
Oofda.
oofda. Here comes Jane again.
Hey,
Hello.
I can hear you now. Wee.
Hey,
I
Jane.
can hear you now.
Yes,
you doing?
I can. What am I doing? I just finished taking some medication to see if I lower my fever. You know,
Oh,
the thing
dearie.
of having the night,
Oh gosh.
the
You
night
got
fever.
any
You know, like when you have a fever every night. Sometimes I go through this kind of period that is due to rheumatoid arthritis. But well,
Ouch.
it is like how we say it is what it is.
You know what I
And we
learned
just
today? You know what I
what?
learned today about fever?
Mm.
Okay. You know how older people, now we're not
Mm.
ancient, but we're not spring chickens either. But older,
I need that one. That's funny.
what's his name? What is his name? Let me
Hold
pull
on.
her up.
That's funny. Maybe there's a closet of that.
Mm, my favorite drink.
Oh God, Enid, go to Amazon and find them and send me
I
the
got
link.
this. I got this at Hobby Lobby for $2. They were in
Oh my
clearance.
God, you hit the bargain. They've got to have them somewhere else.
They were
Anyway,
actually 12. Anyway, about
what I
fever and
found
old
out,
people.
older people are, you know how, now I don't know about you, but I am cold all the time. Winter, spring, summer, fall. I'm
No,
chilly. I have,
I'm
you're not,
opposite.
I have coldness. I have to go outside in the 100-degree weather and get warm because I'm freezing and my feet are always cold. Always got socks on. But the reason why
No,
old cold and they have fevers is because of arthritis.
I'm
That's not the only.
opposite.
That's not the only
I
reason. But arthritis makes you have chills because it's
or
very
does what it does to me. What it is the RA is
yeah,
basically attacking me. So
yeah. The
because
RA is the best.
my autoimmune is like little ninjas that hate me. So it's like hiya. So it's that fight inside of me, and I always have fever every night. Is one of the symptoms of RA, and
Right.
but I'm opposite. If it is a cold day, you want to be near me because I radiate heat. Like I walk into a car and ever sudden, poof, it's like flame on. And um, in the summer, my room needs to be a 68-degree. If you know, my husband
Oh my
wake
God.
up baked, cooked because I have a memory foam, and you know how memory foam and heat
Yeah.
is. And
Yep.
then all of a sudden we wake up like we're in the middle of a Sahara because he's like, holy crap, what is it? The
And what
supernova?
do you still have your Aunt Flo coming every month?
My what? I
Your
couldn't.
female time.
I don't have. I'm not a menopausal person. I had my menopause when I was 30.
Hey,
I
Jen,
am.
Oh, okay.
you know my
I
favorite word?
What's your
I
favorite
had.
word?
I'm
Hey,
just
let's
saying, you
go.
know what my favorite word in Spanish is good morning. I
Yeah, but
like
you
that.
said it in English.
Buenos dias.
Oh, Buenos
Buenos
Dias. What about
dias.
Buenos Noches?
Boy, that's
Something like
not.
that.
Jane can teach us.
Buenos dias.
I don't
My
speak
favorite word.
Spanish. I gotta let you know. I don't speak Spanish.
See,
Oh,
I
I
tell you,
thought.
milk is
Well,
leche.
you
See
speak
how easy it
Portuguese,
is? Milk
but
is leche.
aren't some of
So
the Portuguese and the Spanish similar?
I think
There's some words that
Portuguese.
cognate, but
I think Portuguese is closer to Italian than to Spanish. It's just a misconception. The thing is, French, Portuguese, Italian, and Spanish, and the other four Romance language is based on Latin. So our base is all the same. Like to learn Portuguese, Spanish, French, Italian, you must learn how to conjugate the verbs.
I've been
Is the
around
verbs
Spanish.
the verbs
Yep.
is our problem when you're learning the language. It's not, but the thing about Portuguese and the other Romance languages is B and A will always, to the end of the days, will be ba, not bo, be, or anything. It's always, so there is a lot of rules and there is very few exceptions to the rules. It's very opposite of English that you don't even know what the rule is. Everybody says, this is an exception. What is the rule? My first 5 years in the country, I was in search of the rules. Nobody
Now, are
could
you
tell me
half
what was the
Lebanese?
rules.
My husband.
Deborah's quarter Lebanese. I mean, gosh, I'm sorry, hon.
Now, did she?
Jane, Deborah's
Does
half
she
quarter Lebanese. She
does
knows how to
she
say one word in Lebanese. I don't know if everybody knows how to say it.
one word in Lebanese?
No, what is it, Deborah? Come on, Lebanese. You said.
is that Persian language? I'm not sure.
Persian.
What is it? The word? What you tell everybody, Deborah, when you go see somebody from Pakistan? Catholic. She says Catholic.
Catholic?
People in
How are
Pakistan
you?
speak like Hindi or there's a lot of words they have in common with
They
Indian
speak.
people.
I
Like
knew
in
this
Ukraine,
one.
you can learn it. Like we so ghetto is like not Spanish. It's somewhere I learned on Disney Channel. It's from a funny name. I forget the name of it, but it
So
means see you
ghetto.
later.
Romanians have a Romance language too. I remember seeing something about it a long time ago. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, 4 of the Romance, I think. No, there's 7. So I think it's Memoranto. It's very few people that speak, but the rest of the Romance languages are dead, just like Latin.
And you know
Nobody
My
speaks.
nieces. My
the
nieces.
wise men. You know who they are, don't you? Ain't it? The wise men. They're just like Jesus. They're just like he, from where he's from.
I don't think.
As a
Wise men.
I would say a joke, but it would be funny. I don't think they were wise. I think they got lost.
And guess what, Jen? You know
Well,
what? One thing I
one
like.
was from Africa. One was from Africa, Egyptian, African, whatever. One was. Let's see. I used to know this.
They were from that side of the world. Yeah, is where everything was going on.
But there is one person that I'm just saying went to heaven, and no other human. Jesus never been to heaven until he rise from the grave. There's one human that made it to heaven, and I think he is one of the people back that was close to God. He sent him to heaven, and he never died. They say that
Well,
he's still.
actually, the dead shall rise in Christ first. I don't believe in the
I know
rapture.
that'd be fun
But
to
I
go
don't.
to heaven.
But yeah, I think
Yeah,
you
but
do. Catholics believe in purgatory, that you're in a resting place. I believe that, and we're all entitled to believe how we believe. Dead shall rise in Christ. I don't believe in the rapture. Jesus came 2,000 years ago. That was the rapture. Uh,
like
I
mom, I just there's
yeah,
some things I don't understand about
yeah.
because
It's you just have to come to your own conclusions. Enoch, yes, and
I know,
we
but
actually
the
have a friend from Africa named Enoch.
I don't talk about religion because I think it's a very complex
It
thing and
is very
people
complex.
disagree. And
Yeah.
and I'm just saying because like in my family, we can be like my family, just myself. Uh, my grandparents, one was Italian, the other was from Spain, native. And a Jewish. So, we are so mixed in Brazil. So in at the table, let's say we have about 20 people. In my family only there is Hare Krishnas, there's people from Voodoo religion, Spiritism, there's Mormon, there is there's so many other religions. There is evangelical, there is a Catholic there. So what I think was one of the things that our we establish never talk about the
Yeah,
we talk about politics, but
yeah,
religion is
label,
very close to the heart, I think.
yeah,
yeah,
when
but
you
everybody
label,
wants you to. I just want to say, mom, everybody wants you to do one thing, and that's for being honest with you all. We need to spread about Jesus, and you need to
no,
spread that because
but
Jesus does not
No,
like.
I don't believe in that, Kenny. I
no,
believe
not
in
Yes, he
keeping
does.
necessarily.
your
Okay,
beliefs
okay, but
private
I'm
unless
just
somebody
saying,
asks.
I'll
That's
teach people
okay.
about Jesus.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about religion. When you say the word religion, you're either a Christian, you're either a Buddhist, you're either a Muslim, you're either whatever all the other ones are. But when you
Hindi,
It
Hindu.
says deny me in front. It says that
hang on,
Jesus
hang
stood.
on, hang on, hang on,
Okay,
hang on. Let me
okay,
finish. Let me
mom.
finish, let me finish. But when you label religion, being Catholic is a religion. Being a Baptist is a religion. It's cultic, kind of. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just
I know.
saying that
Yeah, then you start putting label on people and everybody get.
label, if you're going to say you're a Christian, don't say I'm a Baptist. I'm a Christian. Just say you're a Christian
Yeah,
because
I just
because
said Catholic and evangelical because they always separate each other.
Yeah.
exactly. Because when you put religion in there, your religion is what church you
I
consider
think there's a difference also between being religious and being spiritual,
spiritual. Yes,
because
that's
you can, and this is for my experience, what I've seen. You can talk about Jesus, but if he is not in your heart, it's from, you. I think the best way to represent Jesus, if you're Christian, is, I'm just saying like that. If you were Christian, you want to represent your religion,
I know it's not
is
going down there very long.
act and follow the commitments and follow the
Right.
examples.
And
I'm not sure
also
if you agree.
if
But
you
I
read
just
about
want to say this,
all
mom. I just want to say one thing, and I'm sorry
okay.
to I mean, I'm being honest
Yeah,
about
that's
my about what I've been taught, and no
right.
disrespect for nobody, but
Right.
but you never want to deny Jesus. People want you to learn about him because it says in the Bible, you says if you deny me in front of your friends, I deny you in front of my
But
Father.
but another thing, and I'm a Christian, okay? But I don't judge anybody else
I
if
never
they're a
put
Muslim,
Jesus down.
if they're a Muslim, if they're a Buddhist, if they're this, that is. Everybody has a Bible, their own Bible. If you look and okay, at one point in my life, I was buying every Bible of every religion I could get to read them. And what I found is every savior that there is, and they all have one, they're all born of a virgin. It's something to look into. If and it's Okay, people hate Muslim people. People hate Buddhist people. People hate, and because I'm putting myself on the spot here, I can't think of all of them. Who's to say what? Because there are extremists in every religion, if you will. Extremists. The the I used to take care of a Muslim, a little girl that was a Muslim. Her parents were Muslim. Um, they weren't extremists. They weren't mean. They weren't evil. They didn't want to kill us. They didn't. There's extremists in everything. Those people that take it beyond.
Ouch.
You know what I'm trying to say? Help me out here. Take it too
Yeah,
far.
yeah, but Mom, can I tell you one thing about something?
Yeah.
That no, I'm just saying something that I experienced, and I know a lot of people judge me saying this. When I when
Nobody's judging.
I
It's your
had
own
that,
walk.
no, I just said, when I had this, thing about when he said, like Jesus said, let it thunder, let it stormed, let it rain, it rained. And I had like God's, you know how God hears like prayers, like God forgive me for what I've done, forgive me for my sins. I heard God's prayers. That's the reason I know Jesus and God are real.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's
I
wonderful. That's really,
experience stuff, and I love
yeah,
God. I
exactly.
don't read the Bible, but I'm up to the Bible because I can't concentrate in it. I can't concentrate on it because I got a wandering mind, and I try my
Well,
best. But
Kenneth,
God
honey,
does not judge you for not reading the Bible. He
well, he
loves
wants you
you.
to read the word. He wants you to read the word. Don't now. You know if you are you talking
I
about?
know, Mom. I've been raised in church ever since I was an infant.
Yeah, I know. But you can get a. Are you just saying you can't read the Bible because of the King James version?
No,
How it's
I'm not. No, it's just that when I do things, I'm like ADHD. I get wrapped up
oh
in everything,
well, you can
and I get
download the
mad so
Bible
easy.
app.
And
Listen, Kenneth, you can download the Bible app, and I listen to the Bible app sometimes when I go to bed. I used to listen to it every night. I started at the very beginning, Genesis, and it reads, it's so nice. You can pick the voice you want. You can pick a man's voice, a woman's voice. It will read the scripture to you, and you can choose the NIV, the New International Version, where it reads it in like today's word, where it's more easy to understand. But it's very relaxing, and if you want to hear the word of God, you can listen. Now, if you're a Muslim and you want to hear from that Bible, you can do the same thing, and other religions. But yeah, if you have a hard time reading and retaining, you can listen to it that way, and it's really great. But everybody has their own
yeah,
walk, and to me, nobody is wrong. That's
yeah, I
just me.
understand. Yeah,
Nobody
I
is wrong.
understand that you read the Bible, but it also, my mom, she went to church her life, and when she got older, she stopped reading the Bible. She
Well,
got
yeah,
older.
okay,
My dad
something
did,
hard for her
and
to.
I mean,
Oops,
long
somebody's in my
if you
face.
don't deny God, I'm just saying, long if you don't deny God, then He should not judge you for
Hang on, I'm trying.
something that
Well,
you
he's not
know.
going to. I have a problem with that judgment thing, and I'm a Christian because
Hey,
a
Nessa.
loving God. I
And
can't get
that's,
the person whoever's down my basement. I can't get them up. I can't get my page to move. Hang on just a minute.
You know what?
but
Speaking
Yeah,
about
I know where I'm going when I
I'm
die.
sorry,
That's the
David.
reason.
I couldn't get my
I
page to move.
I
It's up.
don't really like to talk about religion, but
No.
only
Well, we
thing
won't.
I like to say, it makes me a little uncomfortable because there is a lot of judgment
And that's totally all.
coming from all directions when you express your
you know
opinion.
what, I'll
But
be honest with you, right? The only
to
thing that I have a problem with, right? Don't get me wrong, yeah. I love everybody. You all have your own opinions. You all have your own religion,
Yeah,
and I completely respect that. Okay. The one thing, right, that I've always asked, okay, and I've always said this since my nanny passed, and that, and I always say, why did God take the good ones and
Yeah.
leave us with the ones that hurts?
Hmm.
that's the one. That's the question I've got, and I've never found in
Yeah.
the Bible where
No,
it
I
gives an
just want to
explanation.
say this, Mom. I just want to say this.
Exactly.
I want to say that. I just want to say this. My sister was good, and he took her. But what I'm saying is, God's got base on when we go. We all, when God's ready, He picks. Like it's just a thing that God done when He first started. He don't take everyone at once, and He
I
takes
know.
people because you're left behind. Don't mean you're evil. God's just not ready for you. When your time comes, God's going to call you home.
But here's the thing. It's like we're
That's
left.
a nice way to look at it. I just want
Yeah.
I think everybody's got their own walk. If they do believe in a higher power, that's wonderful. They don't
I
believe in a
know.
higher
I'm just saying, when I die,
I mean,
I'm
I'm
ready,
not
Mom.
disrespecting anyone.
I'm
not
just saying, I'm ready
disrespecting
yeah,
to
no,
anybody.
go.
yeah, we totally
You know,
I'm
I
just
just
saying, I'm
think
ready
that
to
yeah.
go when He's ready, Mom. I'm just saying this. If I go tonight, I'll be ready. I don't afraid. I'm not afraid to die. I'm ready when God's ready for me. He takes me home. I see my mom and my dad and my sister. I haven't seen her since 2005. I mean, 1995. Excuse me. I was 18, and I missed her so long. But when I'm ready, when He's ready, I'm ready to go home, and I'm prepared. And I don't face fear, because one day we will pass. And that's one thing that we should not fear, because Jesus, when we die, we sleep. But on one thing I want to say
Cool, I'll sleep when
is,
I'm dead.
when the trumpet
Um,
sounds,
I
I'm
just don't
sorry, I'm
understand
sleeping.
why
I'm bad. You're awful.
bad people seem to get away with. Just, I don't know. They don't seem to suffer anything. You know what I mean? And
There's no
then
good
people who are good, decent people, bad, terrible things happen to them. My best friend up and died, and she was only 40, and she was a good
keep
person,
talking. I
genuinely a
gotta
good person, and yet my dirtbag biological parents just keep kicking. It astonishes me, but I just
I
there's nothing I
think
can do about it.
we
So
try to make sense of things in our own and small and limited knowledge way. I think also you got to think, like when you have a job that as soon as you finish, you can go home. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they did what they had to do, and maybe we cannot grasp the concept that they are done with all the tasks. They came here, they came, they grew, and that's why it seems like the good die young, because they finish whatever. Now we stay here maybe to grow, to learn, and to learn to things that we don't know what it is to learn, what it is that you need to learn, but we're still here, and I think maybe that's what it is. And maybe I
but
think
narcissists are
that's when,
incapable of reflection, or I mean, like people with narcissistic personality disorder. I mean,
yeah, and like
just
like
they
some
don't
people.
learn, and they just keep doing those bad things, and they just keep
Well, but
existing.
that's the thing.
It's full of
Whatever
our
our
mind.
time, if you go by the Bible, right? If you go by the Bible, our years are very insignificant compared to God's years, and our
Yeah.
knowledge is very limited compared to the majestic, amazing being that is God, with all His power and knowledge. So whatever we have is very limited, and sometimes we try to make sense of things with the limited knowledge we have. But let's say sometimes, so let's say if God loves all of us, no matter what, and we are all sinners, and let's say like this, all sinners. The thing that we try to rationalize is that, oh, this person is this and this, and then we put it in, not that I'm not saying that about you, I'm just saying in general, we put ourselves in a position that we think are less sinners, but there is no
but
little
can I?
sin, or there is no large sin. It's all sin. The thing is what do you do once you know you sin? The thing is, you gotta acknowledge what you did wrong, repent, and repair, and try to
good.
to fix and move
I
on.
like that.
And
Jane. I've
But
never-
Jay, but you know,
and, and so,
my
excuse just a sec. And some people, they're so stuck in their mistakes on doing whatever it is that they do, that's why they're lingering here. And I think, for instance, my case, I keep I dwell on the pain that was caused on me. People cause me pain, so I focus so much on the justice uh, that didn't happen or whatever, instead of so it's not very long ago that I started saying, hey, I need to work. Like, you know how you're born alone and you die alone? So we try to carry also everybody that we love with us. We want everybody together. We want everybody, but the reality, if you go towards, I'm going to say that, I'm not going to say what I am. I never say if I'm Buddhist, if I'm Mormon, if I'm a Christian. I'm going to speak as a Christian because majority of the panel is Christian. So as a Christian, I need to remember every day that salvation is in you. You are responsible for what happened to your soul, according to
Exactly,
the
girl.
Christianism. So I cannot just dwell, and I'm not saying that about you, Stitch. I'm saying about in general because I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
how
sorry.
come so
I
and
think
so
I'm
was
guilty again. I was
no,
reading
but
stuff on Etsy
this
and
is
my
a common
ears cut
thing
off.
I hear all the
Yeah,
time.
it's all okay.
Not
It's all okay for our different
it,
opinions. Because
everybody, and it's not just you. Everybody always wonder why that person that did this day, and that person was happy, had a great job, family was great, and then the person just dropped dead. And I think it's because they they did everything they needed to do. So let's take this person out of this rotten world before get contaminated, with
right.
get rotten. So us that
And
we see here, I think we need to work on ourselves. So when I hear or read the Bible or anything about the Bible, I think the Bible. This is what I believe. I think the Bible is a manual of instruction, not manual
it is definitely
manual of
yeah.
instruction, not for me to tell other people repent and do this. That manual is for me to
Oh
read and
my.
apply on myself. So this way
Oh
I
my
go.
god.
That's how I believe. But
Yeah.
Sorry, I just found the most amazing cross stitch pattern.
say what?
but you know
I just
what,
found the most
Jane?
amazing cross stitch pattern.
All I'm
Yeah,
saying is like
sometimes it is
when people,
unknowable and anyways, I don't believe in proselytizing. It's distasteful for me. I would never go around going, you gotta blah blah.
but
Yeah.
Whatever.
Amy, can I tell you?
Hang on,
Amy,
Jane.
Said no way, Sherlock.
Guys, wait,
I was
wait.
just gonna
No.
I want to
say,
say,
ain't
Oh,
it
so
wrong?
yesterday
Everybody stop.
or
Time
something,
out.
my
Okay, I've got a question for you.
No.
Right.
No. I want to tell you guys something. For anybody else
God.
says anything, not getting on it, but I just want to say this before I lose my train of thought. Okay. I have been going through what I'm going through. This depression and this where I have to see a therapist. And let me tell you something. My whole entire life, and I'm just so you guys can really know me. I'm going to put it out here right now. You guys can really know who I am. My whole entire life, I never prayed for myself. And I'm a Christian. And Enid knows this because we always have discussions all the time. I never prayed for myself. When I was in pain, I never sat and prayed, God, please make this pain go away. I never prayed for myself about anything. Because when I was a little girl, somewhere I heard, and I don't remember who said it, it was in church somewhere or somewhere, I don't know. But as a little child, we get post-traumatic stress disorder from all kinds of things, but a lot of it comes from things we hear as a child. Like children grow up to have OCD because they hear something as a child. Wash your hands or you'll get a disease. That is the example. I'm gonna try to say this real fast so y'all can get in what you want to say. But as a little girl, I heard someone say, "Pray for others before you pray for yourself." So my whole entire life, I never prayed for myself.
I know
I
they
did
were.
pray for strength Now, don't anybody interrupt me for a minute. I did pray for strength, but also another thing is
Deborah,
I
you know,
did
one thing
remember
I'm just saying to you.
Hey, let her
hang
finish,
on,
Kenny.
Kenny, let me finish. Another thing is I've always my whole life been worried about everybody else and not myself. Okay, and that goes along with me not praying and asking God to help me, my higher power.
Huh?
Okay, I've always put other people first. I've always
No, no.
wanted to. Kenneth, please, honey. Kenneth,
No, I'm not saying that. Deborah's talking, Mom.
no, but mute yourself for a second because I want to say this. Okay. Anyway, now I've lost my train of thought. Enid, help me out. Okay.
You never pray for yourself, you pray for others.
I always worried about everybody else. I always made sure I laughed and I was happy because I didn't want to be anybody else to be sad. I used to in the first grade I came home crying because everybody was mean to this girl, and it broke my heart. I've always put my feelings away. Um, I would give people money because I could see they were needy when I didn't really have it to give. I'm not saying I'm great or anything. This is why I crashed. This is why I crashed a couple weeks ago. When someone died, it broke my heart. Yes, I cried, but I didn't, but I would stop myself. I wouldn't let myself grieve correctly. Okay. Now, I'm not feeling sorry for myself, but in a way I am. My dog died in February. I cried my eyes out for a few days and I stopped my grief. Jane knows that. Enid knows that. Y'all know that. My husband had a nervous breakdown. My niece died. Then a few days later, or my best friend died after my dog. Then my niece died. And then a couple days after that, my cousin that was like my sister, her daughter died. And then I fell in that bathtub. And this is just a short run through. I fell in that bathtub. And when I fell in that bathtub, what did I say about that, Enid? Now I can't remember. That was the icing on the cake. It was so scary and it was so traumatic that it broke me. I had like a nervous breakdown. And now I'm in this situation where I'm scared to death to do certain things. And this is just how many weeks ago did I fall? 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
It did something to me. Now I don't even know where I'm going with all this stuff. But I've seen a therapist. And the things Enid was telling me was spot on. Mm-hmm. Enid could see that, and she could see what I was going through, but she didn't want to say so. He didn't want to just go right out and let me have it. He did it little by little, right, Enid? That's the therapist, and she was saying the same thing. And the therapist told me, you got to start thinking about you. It's time to stop thinking about all those other people. And I don't know. I'm not even making any sense, but I'm just saying.
I understand what you're saying perfectly.
Now I'm going to start praying for myself. Last night when I went to bed, now that's my higher power, and I would not impose my higher power on anybody, but I actually prayed for myself.
I think that is great because
does that make sense?
That makes sense, and I think it's great because how can you say, like I heard the other day somebody saying that how can you love another if you don't love yourself? The first. The person it was one. I'm not sure if it was a psychologist or what it was, but it says the first act of kindness is one to learn to love themselves.
Yeah.
And I am just like you. I would have let's say this thing of water. I would give a little bit to you, a little bit to inherit, a little bit for everybody, and then it's empty. And I'm thirsty too. So it get like you poured and you poured and you poured. And it's kind of funny because things happen about the same way. It's kind of like we are twin souls. Remember, my friend died. I got disabled. My service dog died. And then I had that big fall and got hung here between a bed and a dog crate for 45 minutes. And I hurt myself all over. And I'm not sure what is in the fall that bring yourself to your knees mentally, I guess. It puts you in a
broke me.
position of like, it's kind of like, it's like, especially when you can't get up by yourself, you can't do things for yourself, and you feel vulnerable, and then any little bit of self, and I'm saying for me, any kind of little bit of self delusion that I have some strength was gone. So this year, in the beginning of the year, I started the self healing. Like I guess I'm like 6 months ahead of you in a series of bad events. And what I did, I got therapy. Then instead of taking medication, because I cannot take medication for depression because it attacks my migraine, I did what is called TMS, transcranial magnetic stimulation. What I think I made even videos here, I just don't post because I am a little bit, I just start feeling better, and I don't want a jackass come over and say, huh, gosh, you were not depressed, you're just lazy, because people don't understand that depression is not it's just being sad. Depression is pain. Depression is you having dreams, and at the same time you crash all your dreams, you put it, so in depression is not a lack of faith. Depression is not, depression is so much more complex. Is the brain, so when somebody, I think I got aggravated with somebody the last time. What happened that pushed all the buttons is when somebody said, because I was so depressed that even breathing was hard.
Oh yeah.
And the person said to me, I don't allow myself to get depressed. Every time I start feeling depressed, I'll just snap out of it. And the person had another health problem, and I said, why don't you do that about the other health problems?
Prostate patterns.
And guess what?
You can snap out of
I can
depression.
do all three.
Yeah, if you can snap out of depression, you can snap out of any physical condition, right? So I said, if you break, and I said, if you broke your leg, would you say snap out of it and continue walking with a broken leg?
Right.
No. If you broke your arm, would you walk around with a? I said, depression is a chemical imbalance in your brain. How can you not try to treat that, right? So I told this person, I'm going to do this transcranial magnetic stimulation. Is horrible. It's 5 weeks going there every day and have the impulse in your brain on the side. There's several protocols. I had for migraine once, and I had now for depression. And, my first week after I started doing the treatment, it was so weird because I look at the corner where the animal food is, and I said, man, I never seen how messy it was, because I was so down that I couldn't see or make a decision about.
That word in the center. I'm sorry.
Hey, Nessa, do you drink tea?
No. I do, but not black tea.
Oh.
I do drink mate.
Oh yeah, that I remember that. Oh my god.
I gotta send you some. I have a whole bunch.
Around with mate, but Nessa's English, so they have a tea culture. So I'm just wondering if it participates in the tea culture of her country.
Well, I hope I didn't hurt.
I love drinking tea. I love drinking tea.
I didn't mean to.
I love tea. I like.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you something that I've never told anybody, and I've never said it on a live, and I'm going to share it with you. Okay?
I didn't mean to hurt Toby's feelings.
No, not at all. Right. I found out some really sad and heartbreaking information about 2 days ago. Right.
Oh my.
And I never knew this.
Oh.
Right. When I was, I think it was 8 years old, I was placed in foster care.
Oh my.
because my mum didn't want me.
Oh,
What the fuck?
And I also found out I had a fractured collarbone,
oh my God.
a broken
What the-
ankle, a fractured
Oh,
arm,
oh,
and a dislocated wrist.
oh my God.
Or your mother?
Oh, hang on.
Or
And I found out that my mum, who my mum was seeing at the time, because my mum and dad weren't together,
Mhm.
he actually interfered with me.
Hey, what?
Interesting.
Say that again. Say,
And the hurtful point of it, like, I'm thinking, well, if you didn't want me, but you made me suffer, and that, then why have me in the beginning?
oh Lord.
And I had to go through multiple surgeries. I had to have so much done to me. I lost so much weight, and that I was in the size 0 category. And they were saying the way that my bones were broke, they said as if someone stood on me,
Oh,
literally
So they
stood on me.
abused
Wait,
you like
what? What? What did I just
somebody
hear?
stood on it. The break. Oh my God.
Ugh, did that
Now,
individual see prison?
But what the hurtful thing, you know, knowing I went through all that, knowing I was in hospital, covered in freaking tubes and stuff, all because my mum didn't want me.
It is hard to hear that.
and they
And
abused
I don't
you.
get it. I didn't ask to be born. I didn't ask to be put on this earth.
No,
See, that's
I'm
what my kids
really
ask me
sorry.
sometimes.
And here's the
Oh.
thing, it's like,
Are you having a hard time coping with that? And I'm not sure how old you are, but I had a similar situation. My father
well,
was
it's
a
like,
very ignorant
like
person, and
I'm
he
not
didn't want a
I'm not
kid.
letting it win. I'm not letting it
Oh,
win.
No,
You know, it's the
and I was
case
just I know exactly how it is to hear that you were not wanted, that you just they just well, my parents
but
tried
it's
to
like,
do abortion 4
I look at
times,
it like this, right? I've
and
grown up. I've
they
changed
tried
my
to
life
get rid
around.
of me too. And
Jesus,
No,
I
man.
just wanted to send you a virtual hug, very tight, because I think this is the hardest thing. I think it's a very hard pill to swallow, because sometimes we go through life wondering, what did I do wrong? And when you finally hear, it kind
Mhm.
of like yourself disintegrate, and you got to put yourself apart. But I wanted to let you know that you are loved, and you overcome all of the obstacles all these years, and you're an amazing person. You're a survivor. Don't let this bring you down,
oh,
because against all the odds uh, uh, that you went through, and all the pain and suffering that you didn't know,
honey.
we met
Oh,
you, and I know for sure Noni loves you.
I
I
love
love
her.
you. We all love you, and we think you're
Oh,
very important.
I
And
didn't I didn't go through exactly the same
honey.
crap, but
well, here's the thing. It's like what I can't work out,
my
right, is that
what
I'm
can I
trying to use the
what?
word I want to use,
it took
but
like
the thing that she
30 years of my life
mhm.
for, you know, to then finally to admit it. And the fact that because I was born different, because I was born with problems, and that it's like, oh, we'll just like, throw her away,
Love him.
we don't want to freaking deal with her, just get on with it, let someone else deal with it. But the matter of fact is, and that, you birth a child, that child is your responsibility.
Mhm.
You don't throw it away. You
Exactly.
can't throw it away. But what I don't get is
Especially when a kid's 8 years old, for crying out
what
loud.
what did I do so wrong
Nothing.
to
You're 8
have
years
all
old.
that stuff done to me?
Them that
I've done nothing wrong.
When you're 8 years old, you're not responsible for the behavior of
you're a
grown-ups.
child. You did nothing wrong. They did wrong. They're the ones
They
that
did
took
dirty.
all their transgressions and their failures and everything they did wrong in the world and took it out on your innocent little heart.
Don't
Bless-
internalize those messages because they're BS.
I don't
They're
think
toxic and evil to toss you aside and to hurt you is 100% not your responsibility and not your fault.
You didn't do
And
anything wrong.
I don't think you I think what she's trying to do is try to make sense out of all this, because
That's
when
what
I
she's
first
trying to
found out all that too, that my parents tried to get rid of me so many times, and I was born there. I was a baby that nobody wanted to hold because I was covered in pus, and I was like that until 6 months, and I used to sweat pus, and nobody, I guess we feel the rejection at the womb, no, and I always wondering why. I always felt like I wasn't part of the puzzle. I was in the wrong. It's like I'm don't belong here. And I guess when my mother finally said it to me, the day you were born, the day my life ended, and a lot of anger. And and then she not because she hated me, but because of my father. My father was a very mean person, and my mom was like a person that was born in the 1800s. She was very submissive, and so we got to understand also where she came from.
It's like,
But it's kind of like I for years I was feeling like her. What did I do wrong? I was just born. I just was. I didn't ask to be born. I'm consequences of their choice.
Exactly.
And they wanted to kind of raise me. But I'm going to tell you, to somebody to survive 3 attempts of abortion and 4 venereal disease that my father got drunk and got it, and 2 of them was syphilis and gonorrhea. Syphilis make your fetus fall apart, and gonorrhea make you it falls apart too. And I was like, you know what? You're a great person. You know why? Because you have a reason to be here. And I'm going to tell you something. Every time you come up in this live stream, you're like a beam of light. Everybody gets so happy and everybody smiles. And, just think, why you were here? You were here because maybe somebody out there that is watching Nani Mae's live stream just needed that little bit of whoosh sunshine that you send it that way. Maybe you don't realize the impact that you have with your smile, with your joke when you come up, with your actions and your love. You're a very compassionate person. For what I noticed, you always, I say, this is what I noticed. You're upbeat. You like you when you walk in the room, you lighten up the place. That's why you came. That's why you're here. That's why you overcame all the suffering, because that made you a masterpiece.
Hey Nessa, I've been rejected by
tell some of your
pseudo relatives. They never had anything to do with me when I was growing up because I was guilty of being American. And that was a thing. So my vile thing that raised me, I don't use the M word. She beat and tormented me and did things. They're illegal. Still illegal. And she tormented me, and she unfairly compared me to the paternal unit. Also, I don't use the D word because anyway, he's So, and spoiler, I'm not like him. So he's a filthy pervert. She's the anyway. I believe they're both narcissists. Narcissism? Nope. I'm tired. You know that word?
Narcissistic.
Yeah. I believe they both have that personality disorder. When I was in my early 20s, I told I can't remember that word, but I said to my maternal unit, I said, "You beat me when I was a kid." And you know what she said? "You deserved it."
Oh, that makes me sick. Every time I hear
And
that,
it
I
was
want
like
to grab a
somebody
hold of that
slapped me in
woman
my
and-
face, even though she didn't hit me at that time. It was like somebody just punched me in the stomach. And for a long time, I just try not to think about it. But now that I don't talk to them anymore, I dump them. I dump them. You know what I mean? Like I've kicked them out of my life. And you know what? I didn't deserve it. You did not deserve that. What your dumb maternal unit did and what she allowed to happen to you, you did not deserve any of that crap. And you are a good person and you deserve to be happy and have a good life.
And be the best version of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And something I did that I didn't, that my brothers didn't, is I don't let them live for free in my head. I don't relieve everything. My brothers relieve every single thing that happened in our childhood. I don't. I leave the past in the past. And believe me, this didn't go overnight. It took a lot of years of therapy. I leave my past in the past. I have no hate in my heart. Because in the end of the day, they're humans too. They might not be great example of human, but they are humans. And maybe they didn't give you love because they never had it. I'm trying to, because sometimes it helps us to change our shift and first thing you need to do is go to their childhood. This is what helped me. Went to their childhood. How was that? What kind of suffering and why they inflicting whatever happened to them on me? Because basically that's what it is. And that helped me not to hate anybody. I might,
It's not an excuse though.
It is,
I know that my evil
but
granny was
it's
awful,
just
but
like if you keep thinking
here's the
form of
thing, right? Here's the
punishment.
thing. Like,
If
to
you,
put it in perspective,
it-
right? It's the case
you-
of like, why? Like, I've always sat there and I've said, why me? Why was I the one like to get picked to have all this done to? Why
because your parents
did
suck.
my parents love me? What did I do so wrong? I didn't ask to be put on this earth. They're the ones who decided to both open their legs and have me. And yet, here's the thing: it's like
hated their self.
the way I see it now, though, is that since I've cut them out of my life, and that
Like a cancer.
I've even said to her face to face, "I forgive you." And the reason I said I forgive you, I said because God has plans for you. I go, God punishes those.
Something that I think is awesome that you said that I forgive you, because a lot of people think that when you forgive, you're letting whatever they did wrong being punished, and it's not that. Forgiveness is about for you to move on. You forgive and move forward and be the best you can be, and let them behind, because leave them in their misery and let them live their lives. But it's kind of interesting, because I learned all this when I was 16. So it was a bad age to find out that you were not wanted, because we go through so much in our teenager years, right?
Jesus Christ.
And it kind of,
I am so sorry.
And I was in my father's punching bag because my father was alcoholic.
I'm sorry.
And he was an angry alcoholic. And my mom.
That's why I am the way I am now, though. It's a case of like, I'm so, how can I put it? Like, I won't take any crap. I won't.
No, me neither.
And that's
Oh.
why I'm so protective of my kids. I'm so protective of, like, you know, I'm like this huge security bubble. And, you know, I'll help, same as like Granny B, I'll help anybody.
Mhm.
I really will.
You've taken the terrible
And
things that have been done to you
I'll,
and turned them on their head
yeah,
and
I'll
become a
help
much better
anybody.
person than either of your alleged parents could ever have hoped to be. And that is the silver lining, and why you should give yourself a pat on the back and don't internalize those messages that you think or that
And
they
you
did,
know,
because
so I'm
if no good can come of that. You have to learn to just accept that they were bad people, and you are a beautiful, worthwhile, wonderful, brilliant little girl, and you deserved the best. And they didn't
you
provide it, and that's their bad. And it's
I
not
just
your.
wanted to let you know also because you keep asking why they did this and why, and I'm gonna tell you because I learned that when I was 16, and I finally found out why. Not because I was searching, because you know, if they come and say why, nothing gonna change, and then you're just gonna have more information to process. But I found out a lot in the years that I was healing, let's say like that, about that. My father, when he was 6 or 7 years old, he looks different from my other uncles. So my grandfather thought that he wasn't his son and put him out of the house. And when he started crying, "Daddy, please," my grandfather got the gun and started shooting at him. So my father grew up on the street.
Holy crap.
So I understand that my father was hungry, he was cold, he was hot, he was thirsty all his childhood, and he didn't have a father that loved him. And turned up, he looks like his mom. I just don't get it that. But so a lot of people have their own traumas, and is I think what I learned is we work in our trauma and we try not to repeat, and we do better. We become better than, we learn from their mistake and we become better. So my mom was the child of rape, and my grandmother hated her very much. My
Oh,
mother
God.
was abused to the point that my grandmother wanted to cut her hands with an axe. She was
Oh.
beat every day with whips, just like they used to have to use on slaves. They use it on her. They put her to work on the farm, on the rice fields, with her back all beat up, full of cuts, to the point that her dress was getting to the skin and meat, and working in the sun. And my mom also didn't know any better. So when my father, that didn't know any better, told my mom, "I don't want to have a kid," and grabbed my mom and took her to do abortion and did this and beat up my mom and did all these things, um, it helped me to know that the chaos that they went through as they were growing up wasn't resolved, wasn't, I say, deconstructed to figure out. And I am very glad that as I was growing up, my mom always allowed me to go to the therapist. She never understood about therapists, but I said, I need to go to therapist. And I always work on deconstruct. I am the queen of deconstructing thing. Because that's how it makes sense. And now that they are in their old age, I don't hate neither one of them. I understand my mom, where she came from. I understand my father's problem was, once the alcohol was introduced to that traumatic person, became a angry drunk. So he it was very, very sad. I remember my father 3 times that he was sober, and when he was sober, he was an awesome person. So when I feel sad or something, and I wish I had a father, I remember that 3 days. different time
Oh.
in my life that my father was sober. Unfortunately, my father-in-law is a jackass. So I told him,
Oh.
sorry. I said, I'm so sorry.
No.
And all of a sudden, everybody, sorry for what? I'm sorry that I expect so much out of you. Because I didn't have a father as I was growing up. I expected that when I got married, you would be a father. You would accept me as a daughter,
Yeah.
but it was too much to ask. And I apologized. I actually apologized in front of the whole family. Everybody was like, because it was my fault. It was my fault to build up all that
Oh.
the illusion. So I don't have them in my life. I don't need them because they cause me pain. And I now I have I went to Aldi and they were selling a pair of golden scissors. And I bought the golden scissors, and every time, and I have a rope, I have a golden rope, and it's symbolic. Every time I get that pair of scissors and the rope and I cut, it's because somebody's being cut out of my life.
Oh,
It's
that's
just
awesome.
like, you know when
I need to
somebody's
do
climbing
like
a
that.
mountain. You know when
Yeah.
somebody's climbing mountains and there's a whole bunch, and you know if something happened and the people are dragging you down and the safety thing and they go and cut the rope. It's the most important thing. Self-preservation. You need to think about yourself. But yeah, even if she finds out why her, it won't bring her
Jeez.
what she thinks that she gonna get because I got it
Yeah.
and just didn't make any difference.
Yeah.
And you know
I
what? Now that I got old and sick, and when I was 7 years old, I used to live, you know what Galeão is, the international airport in Rio, the biggest one? I used to live close by, so there was a lot of air traffic. And I used to see the flight attendants, and I used to think was the most amazing thing. And I said, when I grow up, I'm going to be a flight attendant. And my father told me, he was so drunk. You know, that person can barely talk. He said, you're not going to be, how do I say this in English? You're not going to be good enough, not even to clean toilets. That's how worse you are. I was 7 years old. And I think I was a little vicious creature because I told him, I will show you. I was hired by American Airlines and I got in a car accident that I got paralyzed. But you know, the days that I have a lot of pain and I cannot move and I have flares upon flare, and I wake up and I have to pee, the first thing I look at the toilet and I hear their voice echoing in my mind. And I said, nope, that was the alcohol.
Yeah.
We just have to
alcohol's a
learn.
demon.
And nobody ever understood
think
why my
I
bathroom
hate
is so
my-
clean.
I think I hate my jerkweed parents, but I'm early in allowing myself to. So I had repressed memories in order to have, even it was a erstwhile relationship with the maternal unit, and it was ugly. I silenced my own voice to make it tolerable, and it was intolerable. And finally, about 2 years ago, it hit me, the epiphany finally hit me. This won't work. It's never going to work. She will not honor my boundaries. She will not honor my marriage. She will never care about who I am or what I do. It's not going to be important to her. The only thing that's important to her is her. And how she looks to all of her stupid friends, and she's a hollow husk of a human being that thinks she's great, but she's not. And she was trying to backstab me, like is the typical thing that she does, to go behind my back, contact people I know, in order to triangulate them to make me capitulate. And that's not, your parents aren't supposed to do that. That's not right. I know this. So I just implored her, just don't go behind my back. Don't talk about me behind my back. Don't tell people our private conversations without my permission or my consent. It's pretty simple, right?
Yeah,
She
that's not
was
much to
incapable
ask.
of doing that. And
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
just
But they
started
would never
accusing
respect
me.
that because they don't have the capability to.
No. So she just started accusing me of threatening her, which I never did. And saying I was giving her a headache
Making up
and all this
things.
other
too.
guilt tripping stuff. And I just was like, I give up. I said I need to take a break from this, from you. And
There's
so I
nothing
did.
wrong with taking breaks.
So I took a break, and then the distance, and then her behavior afterwards, it just kind of hit me that this needs to be permanent. Because I just started to realize I have this friend who's not on YouTube, and I took screenshots of all the chats I had with the maternal unit, and I told my friend everything: the beatings, the substance use, the drunk driving when I was a kid, and the violence and the psychological torture, all of it. And I had some nasty things happen to me when I was in my late teens and early 20s. I finally managed to kind of come to grips with it. It took 30 years, or more than 30 years. So she did not support me through these traumas. In fact, she acted like I was inconveniencing her and was screaming at me, which made it exponentially worse. So I don't know where I'm going with this. So she's never gonna
Well,
have my
you know
back.
what? If you saw a dog that was a vicious animal, like on the street,
Mhm.
like it's foaming on the side of the mouth, it's growling, would you say, "Come here, let me help you"? What would happen
Nope.
if you do that? You get
Yeah,
beat
that-
up. But somehow we think because it's our parents or part of the family, we have to say, "Come here, let's try to fix this."
Mhm.
We don't need to try to fix. You can say, "Thanks for for putting me on this earth. I wish you the best, but I'm gonna take care of myself," and walk away. And it sounds so harsh because it's a mother, it's a father, but at the same time, you deserve to be happy. You deserve
Mhm.
to wake up and have a smile. You deserve not to have to suppress everything. Because I'm telling you, I
I don't
suppressed
want to
things for
start
10
crying,
years.
but it's horrible.
It
You
is. And
know
when you
that your
suppress, the
own
things come in your face.
parents are evil. It means you
Yeah.
have no one.
You have
It's
me
the
always.
people who
Yeah,
I
I was
know.
like, oh my gosh, I'm chopped liver. Just kidding.
It does
No,
sound like that. And
you know what?
He's
I
told.
think
You
I'm
would
more
be, I'm
angry.
not sure
I'm
if
angry
you
at
know.
myself for taking so long to be allowing myself to be honest with myself, to remember everything and not repress the
Yeah.
bad things, the
It takes time.
ugliness, to
And I've
be
been.
kind to myself for once and not allow negative, harsh words echo in my brain for the rest of my life, to silence her, to say, I'm the first one in a long line of ugliness to have the courage to say, I don't want to say the F word, but that's what it is. F you, F
Say-
your BS. You're never going to treat me like garbage ever again. And I deserve better, even if it means I have no legal parents. Then
And you
they're
know,
dead to me. That's all it is. They're dead. It's like I'm
is.
mourning what should have been. And I don't know why I'm freaking out now. It's probably just because it's late. I'm actually so much better now. This is the crazy thing. I'm way less anxious. I don't worry about the other shoe dropping. I'm not concerned with her behavior or horrible guilt trips and trying to make her love me when she's not capable of it in the way that mothers are supposed to. And I had nightmares
So
about her
I guess
for a
it's so
year.
liberating. I
It
think you
is.
feel so liberated when you finally accept that how you say you cannot you cannot pour in an empty cup. You cannot. What is it that saying that say something
Half
like
full,
that?
half empty. How
No,
can
you cannot keep pouring on. You know, you
Mhm.
keep pouring, and that cup is
And it's
ever
full of
empty.
holes. There's a big crack in the
Yeah.
hole in the
So
cup, and it just
you
leaks.
accept that that
Mhm.
person cannot give what you need. So, you know, I've seen a documentary that helped me a lot. It was about wolves and things like that, just animals. Okay, there was no psychology, but that's how I saw a wolf that got trapped and it broke the leg, and he was stuck over there in that corner. You know
Mhm.
what that wolf did? He chewed that
his own?
limb off
Yep.
and went on his merry way. And sometimes the hardest thing is for us to chew off our limb, just
Mhm.
that thing that keep hurting us. And
The
and
disease,
it's,
the cancer, you
yeah,
have to cut it
we're
out.
like stuck in there. We're trying to
Mhm.
pull away and we cry, and because it was a struggle for that wolf say, hey, I cannot, that rock won't let me go, so I gotta chew my arm off.
Mhm.
And you
Well,
know, it sounds horrible, but that's how psychologically I had to do. I had to chew myself off of these chains or that rock or that thing. And you know what is the best thing for you? And what is the name of the lady that just left?
Nessa.
Is when you
Vanessa.
accept that it sounds horrible to say because I hate that saying that it is what it is and they did what they did and you cannot go in the past and change,
And change it.
but
You
you
can't
but
help
you
them.
but you can
Nope.
change one thing. You can change your future. You can change
Mhm.
how
Your
you're gonna.
present and your future.
Yeah, you can
Mhm.
change. Like, you know, you don't need to deal with them. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are my biological parents, but no, they are not my mom and dad. Um,
Mhm.
you know, I don't. I'm an orphan person with a live
Yeah. I'm a voluntary
biological
orphan.
parent.
I call myself that. A voluntary
Yeah,
orphan. And I know it sounds terrible, but the
no,
alternative was worse. I would be a
yes,
neurotic. Just, I had horrible nightmares about that bit for a year after I caught her loose. That she was walking up to my house, trying to bust down the door, even though I was screaming at her to go away, and I had to bite her. I bit her face in my nightmare, like it was just whack. And
it's
then it
such
would
a
morph
horrible
into in
nightmare.
a
Oh my
building.
gosh.
We were in a building and she like a trailer, like an office trailer. I don't understand this one. And in my nightmare, we were in the same thing and she was trying to beat the crap out of me and um I think I punched her. I don't know, it was just violence and fear. And it's like I was processing
And your
things. I
body
don't know if
experience everything. Your body experience everything you dream. When you wake up, you feel
Yeah.
like you were
Yeah.
just beat up.
You can't
yeah,
dream
or you
about
just
something you've
had a
never.
fight.
Did you
Hmm.
know that you
But
can't
I
dream about?
I
Can I
don't
say
dream
something?
about her anymore.
Can I
Like
say
I've
something?
processed it. Yeah, sorry.
You can't dream. You really can't dream about something you've never experienced. Now that you
You
can think,
cannot dream about something you never
you
experienced.
cannot dream about something you have never experienced.
I never flew, but I dream about that a lot. But it's the
Well, let
only
me.
thing
Yeah,
I.
I've dreamt that I was flying through the air too. I have
Flying is
dreamt of
so
things I've never
awesome.
experienced,
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean,
they're
it's
all related
it's
to something else, I think.
yeah, it's
But
related.
I do have nightmares that people are beating me up. Then it's people that
Oh,
I
I
know
do
and
have
people that
nightmares
used
that
to beat me up.
I have
Oh
dreams
God.
that I am like a this very strong person, and I can pick people up. And there's this one YouTuber that I have picked up and thrown off cliffs so many times, and when I wake up, I'm like,
Wait, well, the size of it, maybe you could.
and
There
do
are
you
some people
know?
you could pick
And,
up and
and
toss them.
you know who that person is, Enid.
Yeah, probably. I think I can get. I'm sorry for
Uh,
my freak out, but the emotions just kind of grab me by the throat and slap me, and then like they choke me. It's but no, I haven't had it. I can't remember the last time I had a nightmare about that. Or oops.
you guys,
Um,
I've never
it's been a
experienced any.
while, so that's a relief because that made
I
the transition Oh, so much
I
worse.
think your
She was
next
tormenting
step,
me in my dreams.
your
Horrible.
next step is to work on, like when somebody ceased to exist, when you finally get to the point, you're not gonna have any hate anymore. So
Mhm.
like when
Oh,
you're
gonna hate snakes and
you
spiders and
but I'm just saying, you get to a point, you're gonna get to one point when you start the journey of self-healing, let's say like that. First you start cutting people off your life that is
Can I
toxic,
say
that hurt
something
you.
that just
Yes.
occurred to me that's hilarious? So I have ninja
No
accounts
need
and I
throwing people
snoop
off the cliff.
for self-preservation.
person. It's
I
just
have
one
ninja
person.
accounts and I snoop on the maternal unit's social media.
I
She
have two.
never shows the slightest bit of pain, suffering of any kind in her social medias. She has a big shit-eating grin and her stupid flowers and everything else like it never happened, like I never existed, and that makes me so angry. But when I just thought about it, when I screeched at her that she needs to honor my boundaries, now she does because she doesn't bother trying to contact me. So
And
I
then,
thank
you know what?
Make sure
It's
to
not like
take
enough we
boundaries.
have trauma and issues through our lives, and you open a channel and you do things so you can have some joy, you can meet people, you can laugh, right? And then comes
Mhm.
some one or two, a group of SOBs, and start bullying you and and kind of, it's like everything that you buried in, they keep poking, and then the thing keep popping in your face, and then you keep remembering all these things.
Big
And I
baby.
remember the last person that I got the golden Caesar, the person just spent the whole night bullying me, harassing me, and like to the point that I didn't look at the phone. And in the morning I woke up, I blocked her in every single way. She tried to contact me, she asked people to contact me to see what happened. And
Good
I
Lord.
said, no, I said, and I just said, I do not. I just said I don't want to associate with this person anymore. I don't. I said I deserve to be happy, and I always treat people with respect and kindness, and I
Mhm.
deserve to be treated the same way. If people are not gonna meet me in the same standard, it's time for them to go. So sorry, I
Mhm.
no longer associate with this person. And
Okay, I
and I
want.
said, and
I want now.
sure. Sorry. Hey, it's your live
Okay,
stream.
I never had to experience any abuse as a child from my parents.
Oh, that's
My
nice.
my parents were
That
very
mark.
good parents. Now, my parents didn't believe in spoiling their children as in a way of buying us toys and buying us things. We got a toy for our birthday, and we got a toy for Christmas, a toy or two. And I mean, I never even had a teddy bear or a bunny rabbit. Like I never got a teddy. My first teddy bear I got when I was 14, and that was what a boy bought me
Wow.
that. I always wanted one. And the first bunny rabbit, I always wanted a bunny rabbit for Easter, which my mother would have bought me if I would have asked her. But my
Um.
mother, but I was not abused. I was very loved. My parents, like they didn't spoil with material things. They spoiled us with love and understanding, and they listened to us. Now they didn't.
Is what exactly what you needed.
Yeah, they gave
Mhm.
me exactly what I needed, and it was wonderful. They talked to me. They listened to me. Um, I remember the first time I got a job, my dad said, "Can you count back change?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, if I, and then he taught me how to do it real fast. I mean,
Oh,
and my
cool.
dad worked 6.5 days a week. I mean, he
Wow.
had one day off Sunday. He worked till noon on Saturday. Uh, I never had a problem in my life until now. I got a man.
Yeah.
I never had a problem until I was 12 years old. I never
We are
had
in
a
reverse.
break. I never had sadness, but I was sheltered, I guess. But let me tell you about in 2014, I had a stroke. I had a mini stroke. I had 7 seizures, one right after the other, and I have encephalopathy, which is something that I was born with. Usually happens to older people, but infants can be born with it. I don't have an adequate, and this is going to, you guys are going to laugh. This is probably why I'm such a goofball and why I have the goofiest shorts on YouTube. But that's me. It could be because I have that blood vessel that doesn't. I don't get. I don't get
The
the
blood
right
flow.
amount of blood flow to my brain. Never have. But I was a school teacher. Went to college, night school. So I'm not as dumb.
Staying in the membrane.
Exactly. I'm not as dumb as I look. I'm not as dumb as I look, or as dumb as I. And I got a lot of love to give if people will just let me give it.
You just
All
did
I
like a
got.
Forrest Gump. I may not be as my woman, but I
Mom,
know
I'm
what love
okay.
is.
That's right. And I do have a lot of love to give, and that's all I want to give people. But I'll tell you what, I had it in
Don't piss her
2014.
off. She will dream that she's throwing you off the cliff.
Don't make me mad. Don't. I haven't had ever really had too many enemies in this world. But when somebody keeps up, keeps it up, keeps it up, and bugging the crap out of me, I'll finally get all I can take. And I haven't did it to too many people, but I have done it to a few. I can count on one hand. But in 2014, when I had that stroke, I had to basically, I couldn't remember if I actually had these things happen to me. It's not like I lost my memory completely, but I couldn't remember some of those things I wished I would have never remembered. But things like short term memory and some long term memory, I would dream about it. And then I would ask people, did this happen? Because I had this dream, and people, like my sisters, would say, yeah, that happened to you. Because I almost had to learn to walk again. It was really bad. It was
It
just
is.
had a brain bleed. And, but I'm just, I can forgive, but if somebody makes me angry, I don't
Then it's
allow people
on. Off the cliff you go.
off the cliff they go. Exactly. I don't let people hurt my feelings anymore. What hurts
I am
me is,
learning that. I'm learning that, and it's so hard because I guess like when you are like me and inherit, we were messed up in the beginning when we start become people. We already getting messed up
that's when I
psychologically, abusively.
yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, I'm opposite of you because my whole life, all I heard is that we have a saying in Brazil that you're so worthless that you
I never ever
the
that's
poop
what breaks my heart for you because
they
I
say the
never
worm and the poops. Okay, I gotta say this backward. You know the worm that is on the poop of the horse of the bad guy, in the
Mhm.
comic books that didn't got published. That's my worth. That as they used to say. So I wasn't even good enough to be the worm of the bad guy on the comic book, like for cowboys days. And then I met my husband. It's kind of like so opposite because I don't do PDA. I get very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
But I'm very uncomfortable because I'm
I
not
can't do
used
that
to.
either.
I never experienced that PDA around me,
Mhm.
except punching. And I I'm gonna tell you, my husband treat me very nicely. A lot of I gotta say a lot of husbands leave the wives when they get sick, and my husband just picked up everything. While I could work, I worked. He didn't want me to work. He wanted me to be home, but I said I like to work. I didn't have any kids, so let me work. But the day when I got sick, he go to work at 4 in the morning. He come home at 5, so he makes sure that I have the insurance that I need. He will go without things. So I and the other, like he wanted to buy, and I feel so horrible. He wanted to buy a video game, but instead he paid for a deep tissue massage because with pressure cups, like for me, because I wasn't feeling very well. And I think it's so, to me, even though I'm married for 33 years, this is still this uh, that kind of display of love, of caring. It is so foreign to me, and I get shocked. Um, the other day, somebody sent me a gift, a furl that cost almost $80,
Ooh.
some yarn that was about $45, and all I did for this person is to say, call every day because I knew that she has multiple illnesses. I said, are you okay? Are you feeling okay? Just want to let you know you were loved and I appreciate your friendship and I hope you're feeling good. And I have this habit to say whoosh, whoosh, I'm sending good vibes because she's weakened, so she
Are you
doesn't
okay,
say
Arnie?
prayers. I
Yeah.
say whoosh, whoosh. So, she felt so loved. She sent me a gift saying, thanks for not contacting me, asking me for something, but instead of being concerned about me. So
Mhm.
it bothers me that somebody give me an expensive
Hi,
gift
what's
because
going on?
I don't think I'm worth of getting a Dollar Tree
That's
ball of
bullshit,
yarn.
Jane.
I really
You're
don't.
worth so much.
I
You
feel so bad
deserve
when
the best in
somebody give me
life.
a gift.
I don't feel
Oh,
bad when somebody gives me a gift. Bring them on.
yeah.
I do, for you to see
If
how
it
you
the spirit moves someone to treat you to something, just just allow it. Just allow it, and just don't like it doesn't mean that you're
it's just I'm not
entitled or
used
anything. It's just
to get gifts and people
oh
saying something nice to
Well,
me.
I was a
When
selfish
somebody
old
says
hag,
something
and I
nice to
spent
me, I
oh, I
feel
like
like,
your top. It's
on
very
myself.
colorful.
How
thank
much did
you.
I spend on myself? $93. Yeah, I was a selfish old hag, and I spent $93 on myself.
Heck that with
And
that.
huh?
You earned
I,
it, you spend it, and
I told Tim and Colin I got good paid YouTube payment this time, and I'm gonna buy me some stuff I want, and I did.
what
And
did you get?
baby dolls and toys. That's my thing.
But
Enid's an
when would you
enabler.
did
I've
it
told
bring
her,
a smile?
huh?
When you purchased them, were you smiling? Were you happy? You
You
got
better
home and
believe
you
it.
were
And I got
happy?
two baby dolls sitting right here, and I got two blankets I just made in the last week, and they're all wrapped up and cuddled, and I put them. They're all down for bed. I love toys. Call me crazy if you
yep.
will, but nothing brings me
I'm
more
terrified of
joy.
dolls.
Huh?
I'm terrified of dolls.
Oh, not
I
me.
don't
I
like the
love
lifelike baby dolls. Those
Okay, I
freak me
have a
out.
Enid's not only my daughter, I adopted her, but she is also my soulmate. I don't have very many adult friends that love toys. Just my sisters. And sometimes, sisters don't play fair. I want to beat my sisters up with my dolls. But
I
they
have a
Hmm.
Enid will
memory
enable.
that I
You got
can't
me
shake.
enabled.
Do you want to hear it? Do you
It's-
want to hear something? This is a
yes.
memory I can't shake. It popped into my head recently, and I can't let it go. So, when I was in my early 20s or so, and I moved to Victoria, I don't
Yes,
remember
come on
the
up, baby.
store I went to, but I lived near a toy store. It was like a chain toy store. For the life of me, I don't remember what it was called. I got it in my head that I need to buy a Barbie. So I walked to the store. I went in there and I bought a freaking Barbie. I have no idea where it's gone. It was 1,000 years ago. It's lost to the mist of time. But I actually did that. That was the thing. I was in my 20s. I bought a Barbie. So, and she was really
Hey, I
cute.
love them.
So,
I'll still buy them. I
yeah.
I
have a
don't
And
buy anything for
me too.
myself. When I buy
Holy
some,
crap.
I buy everything that I buy for myself. It is like if something is in a 75 to 90% sale, that's why I buy something for myself. I can't,
I usually don't, but I did this time.
but it's not because, like, let's say on my birthday,
Oh, I can
my
hear
friends from Portugal send me $150 as a gift. They get together and they send me the money. I have that money and I end up buying food because I wanted, it's kind of weird. I wanted some yarn, I wanted something, and I didn't buy anything because I felt like, again, I sound weird. I still have that thing that I'm not worth to spend money on me.
Girl,
So
you
everything I buy,
money on
I try to work on, I'm working on that. And the other day I went to the store and
I
bought
went to
some
Italy, but
beads.
not no more.
I bought the beads in one day and I returned the next day because I couldn't
Um,
I couldn't wrap my head on spend $30 on
I
beads
sent a
to make me
message to
happy.
Barney. Wow. So, I think this is a Tic Tacs container, and it's awesome for putting embroidery needles, tapestry needles, and stuff in. I have one in there. Yeah,
Oh yeah, they're
um,
awesome.
yeah,
Beads.
it's a big orange container. It's got an orange lid and a clear box. So you can open it in two different ways. Like it opens all the way, and then there's like a little pop top lid that you could use also. So I
I like
keep
hair. I like his
containers.
hair today. It's moving.
Uh, it's probably a fan.
I know. I like
My
his
hair
hair
is
moving.
I haven't my white is down about 6 inches. And my arms still hurt too. My arms are still too sore to raise them above my head and put hair dye in my hair. So I think I'm gonna I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I'll tell you what, I'm 60 years old, but by golly, pink, I've said this a million times, pink is my favorite color, and I'm gonna have pink hair as long as I can, as long as I keep making the dye. But right now, my arms are so sore.
You like that one, Arnie?
You
My
know,
arms are so sore, I can't
I
hold them
collect
above my hair,
memes.
dye my hair pink.
for now, I'm just enjoying to have some hair on my head. Every time I wash my hair, I clog the drain because and I have a whole bunch of baby hair here, and every time
My
I have
hair was,
infusion fall off.
I
It's
like your
really
gray hair.
bad.
Your hair is silver, and my hair was silver like that when I was like 30,
Yeah,
29, 20, 29. And now it's
see
totally
the
white.
gap with no hair here.
Oh, how sweet. Mine is
It's a
totally
kitty
white
cat.
all over.
Dee, no. Can you hear this noise?
Are they playing and fighting? Uh-oh. She's got the
They
squirt
have
bottle.
the habit to keep getting in the inside of my cupboard, and at
You know what?
nighttime, at 3 in the morning, I'm trying to sleep, and they go, ah, help
You
me
know
out
what
of
I did?
here.
I got a squirt bottle for Patty and for not for Patty. Oh Lord, Patty, bless her heart. That was my big. Oh, Stella and Brownie, when they get to acting crazy, squirting with the squirt bottle. Now, my husband, I have to say, he has changed since he's retired. He. If I knew he was going to be this nice once he retired, but
He was said to
anyway,
retire long ago.
yes, he should have retired 30 years ago. But I had a spray bottle and Brownie, and I brought it in. It's the bottle that I use to wet my hair down. Because what I'll do when I take my shower is I'll have my hair wrapped up in a towel, and then I'll just put my clothes on and lay on the bed for a little bit before I get up and blow dry my hair. So my hair is practically dry by the time I get up to blow dry. So I have to re-squirt it to blow dry it. If I don't blow dry my hair, it's like kinky, curly, looks like crazy. But anyway, I
You know
brought
you know how tired you are when you finish taking a shower. You gotta lay down to rest.
lay down for yeah, it wears me
Oh,
out.
what happened? I took a shower.
Well,
Let me rest.
I take such hot showers that I have to. I'm so exhausted and I can't breathe. It's so hot, and then But even in the morning, I wake up. I'm like, I gotta rest before I go pee. I've been asleep on it. But no, I brought my water bottle here because Stella and
Why am I
Brownie.
always so gassy at night? This
You
is
were
like
so
something
what?
that happened last night. I was trying to fall asleep, and I was like, I almost blew the covers off the bed.
Look
It's
at Barney.
brutal.
Barney,
So I got up, I went in my
Oh Lord.
office, and I started doing yoga
We'll let it
poses to
rip and
release it. But
let it rip
I
and
mean, it's
record
just
it.
like I'm
What
just
do you eat through the day?
well today. Let me see. I
Let it.
ate cereal this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I drank tea.
Mm-hmm.
That'll make you gassy. That's got
Later,
acid
I
in
ate
it.
some dill pickled potato chips because I can't resist
There
those.
you go.
So
And
you got dairy
I
and
ate
vinegar. You made your own cheese curd in your stomach,
oh,
okay? Oh,
I
let's
ate
see
a
what
ham
Lisa
and cheese
combination.
sandwich. I made
More
myself a ham and
cheese,
cheese. Yeah, which
okay?
Jerry doesn't. I mean, if it's hitting me hours later, I'm not. I don't have.
You're
Let's
supposed to
just say I'm
just,
lactose
in
tolerant.
our age, we're supposed to just have one slice of cheese as the whole dairy. or you have a cup of milk, or you have a slice of cheese. We are
Heck,
not
that-
supposed to
so
have as
anyway,
much.
I used some good cheddar on my ham sandwich, and then for
Ooh.
dinner I ate
Well,
Was
a
Gouda.
Polish
Milk
hot
chocolate
dog,
is nasty.
and I ate a half of a cheeseburger, which I put Thousand Island dressing on it because that's really good. But the cheeseburger had Swiss cheese on it, so it's different.
Oh,
And
I'm
then I
so
ate potatoes
surprised
and I
that
ate a
you're
salad.
gassy.
But no, I didn't eat broccoli. Oh wait, I ate cherries. I ate a tiny bowl
Well,
of
there you go.
cherries. A
Don't be
tiny bowl
scared.
of cherries.
Don't be scared.
Why?
If you poop,
Why
Literally like
everybody
5 or 6
focus on
cherries.
the? Why everybody focus on the broccoli? Everybody focus on the cabbage.
Because there's certain
it's
things
all
that
gassy. And
will.
also,
Yes,
If I
yes.
eat grapes, if I touch grapes, I cause global warming. Like my guts will just create so much
Well,
methane.
because
It's ridiculous.
Oh,
It's
and this
disgusting.
grapes in
so.
some people can cause, especially if you take antidepressant or some types of medication. Grapes
them
is
out.
the same thing as you eat lots of prunes. That's what grapes
Yeah,
does to you if
I
you
don't
take
even eat grapes anymore
antidepressant.
because
But
I
let
will
me tell you
just
another thing that causes
off
gas.
gas.
Being
What?
chatty and talking a lot causes gas too. You're sucking in air.
Oh, I don't do that.
We're both
I do
very
not
chatty.
know. I talk a lot
Oh,
and
that's
I'm not
true.
that gassy.
But I wasn't chatty yesterday, I don't think. And I'm just like,
Well-
I'm not full of hot air. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I think it's a high altitude.
And I do
and-
not know. People say, "Oh, you get carbonation," because I drink Coke. I don't. I drink,
I did
and
have
I
a
don't go.
Coke zero.
Blah, blah. I don't. I
drink
eat.
water.
I
and
eat
it
a
melts my
lot of
brains out.
vegetables, believe it or not, and I don't get gassy. I do not know. Maybe it's
You know what?
because I don't do a lot of dairy. I don't like cheese. I don't like dairy. It's not that
I
I'm
love
allergic to
I
lactose.
do.
I just don't
Hey,
like it.
Lorna.
I think.
Lorna.
Hey, Lorna.
You will get
I think milk.
cheese. You will get gas.
I'm
from milk.
lactose tolerant. I can drink a glass of milk and I'll have no ill
And
effects
why do
from
you,
it.
if you're lactose intolerant, you already have your answer where you
No,
fart a
I'm
lot.
lactose tolerant.
Oh, tolerant.
I'm tolerant.
You know what?
I can eat
don't
cheese,
do.
I can
I
eat yogurt, I
don't do
can drink
dairy.
milk, doesn't bother me. So,
The reason that I don't do dairy because dairy helps inflammation.
oh,
Okay.
well, I don't give a flip about that.
Well, I do because I hurt a
Yeah, I
lot
know. I know. It just
Let me tell you this.
I don't
to
really,
the enemies.
Yeah, tears of my enemies. It's hilarious.
Let
That
me
is
tell you
so
guys
funny.
this. I learned this from experience. If you eat a lot of greens, like I like the baby greens,
Yeah.
you will bulk up and you may not be able to poop at all. Now, I'm a heavy pooper. I poop a lot. I'm a big.
You're not full of it. You're not full of it because you let it out.
I poop a lot. This is just the truth, and I don't hold back. I'll just tell you what I'm thinking. It's from the brain damage, you know. But anyway,
And also kind of interesting because just a fact because I used to work in the GI lab and there was
don't make me throw
what do
you
you
off
say
the
those
cliff.
studies? How you call those studies that they get a group of people in different places and they found out that Americans poop once a day. Most of Americans
I
poop
wish.
once a day,
I poop
but
like
Brazilians poop. I was like, what?
What?
Brazilians poop 5 times a day.
Oh, I'm
That
a 5
sounds like it'd be
timer. I'm a 6
annoying.
timer. I'm gonna go poop at least 6 times a day. I poop every time.
Wow, not me. I'm
Number
annoyed
one,
if I have to go twice. I'm like that. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna eat anymore if I keep doing that.
So if you need to go, what you do? You just I won't let you out.
I can't. I like to poop.
Yeah, it's
I'll
very
eat
good
less in order
sensation.
to go less.
Look at
Then
me.
now I'm thinking of Nanny sitting at the
Are you
toilet
okay
and
over
saying,
there?
"What is it? The kid's song, Nanny?" I see it. Nanny sitting at the toilet and go, "Flop,
Flop.
flop, fleece, fleece." Oh, what
It
a
don't
relief
plop.
it is.
No, it don't plop. It ain't that solid. But I like to poop. And Johnny's
Hey, I'm sorry. There's nothing worse than be constipated.
oh my
I
God.
prefer
I
diarrhea
can't
than
stand it.
constipation.
Yeah, I hate being
I haven't
constipated.
been
That
constipated.
awful
since-
full feeling and you can't release it. It's just like
I probably haven't
it
been
just feels
constipated.
heavy and crampy and
constipated.
weird. I hate that.
Oh,
That's
I know I was
horrible.
constipated once because my mom came at me with the enema bag.
What?
Ouch.
When I was a little kid, I think I was constipated one time because I remember Arnie was shaking his head. He was trying to hide when I said I like to poop. Well, I do like to poop. Feels good. And yeah,
Oh man.
why lie? I mean, you know,
I'm
You can't
laughing
see
at
here, but
Arnie.
sometimes
Look
it
at
can be
his face.
gnarly.
So adorable.
And cat.
If I gotta go check on my dog. My dog is sick as a dog.
maybe your dog likes to poop. Maybe he's pooping somewhere.
No, she has chronic pancreatitis. She poops a lot. Everybody here in this house, I'm Brazilian. My dog has pancreatitis, and
That
I
could be
need to
fatal.
take her to the vet at 4 in the morning because she wasn't drinking for 2 days. So she always get dehydrated, and
No, you
it
don't want
costs a
that.
lot. It costs a lot to put an IV on a dog. I told the doctor, "Can I do it myself at home?"
God, I don't know how they find the veins.
It's not the vein. They put it between the skin and the muscle, so they get their
Oh.
bubble.
I didn't know that.
They
Jackie,
get the
oh my
bubble,
God.
and
Jackie,
the body automatically absorbs the fluid. And I have a lot of IV fluid. I said I have no issue poking my dog and putting the IV on the dog. I'm like
I
that.
was
I'm
just
sorry.
talking about Jackie. Haven't seen her. Jackie, we're talking about liking. I'm telling everybody how much I like to poop. Come on up, girl.
Oh, you just missed. She likes to throw people off the cliff on her dreams. She loves to poop. She's full of information today.
Part of my yawning is way past my
Jackie,
bedtime.
wasn't I just saying the last time I did a live that I missed Jackie so much?
Nani,
So
Nani,
much?
that's
What?
you in the toilet.
Who's watching the other toilet? What?
It's your face when you're pooping. Hold on.
That's it. That's it. How did you know? Jane, have you been spying on me when I'm pooping? I think
She's a
Jane,
happy
Jane
Nani, the happy pooper.
I was a happy hooker. Now I'm a happy pooper.
And then she's like, she sit down, take a deep breath because the backache, and
No, I don't
then
even
start
have to do
going.
that. I'll poop before I sit down
And then
sometimes.
a little push for motivation. And then she's,
No, I don't have no constipation, and sometimes I start pooping even before I sit down. That's just the plain fact, Jack. And I
she's
tell
like,
it how
whoa, hold on, Natalie. Let me sit down first.
I tell them if there's anybody in the hallway, get out of the way. Everybody get out of the way. I got to go to the bathroom. Get out of the way.
So you don't
No
have time to spray the poopery.
poopery.
You never seen the poopery?
Oh,
Is a poopery is essential oils is a little spray that you just like a poo P-O-O-R-E. It's not potpourri, but it's poo-pourri. Is a spray that you spray on the toilet, and when you sit down and you land your astronaut, as your poop hits the water,
We got to
as
poop
you
out
land the
here.
astronaut, the oils that is on that spray seals, and all the odor stay under the water.
Everybody's wondering why I'm a channel member to my own channel.
Potpourri.
You,
Does anybody in this place
I've
have you
seen
heard
that
of
in the
potpourri?
store.
I
It's-
never
it's-
seen
it's-
nobody
it's-
poop out.
It
aliens.
works. When you
Never
go the next time you go to a gas station, every gas station has for sale. They have the to go is like the size of a pen. So you just spray twice on the water,
Oh, that
and you
stuff.
can
My
just go
mother-in-law
to town.
got Colin from Bath and Body Works, the poop spray for when you leave the room, so it don't
It's
stink.
not. It's not. It's not in the air. It's on the toilet. You put it on the water. Let me get one. Audi has one. Let me show you.
My poop don't smell. My poop's clean. It just goes in and out. So yeah, Jackie, you coming up here to say hi to me? I'll quit talking about poop.
My
Hey,
poop
I've had
is
a bad.
sealed by lavender smell. See?
Oh yes, we have some of that. It's pooper spray.
But yeah, you spray on the inside of the water, So this way, when you land your now, if you sit on the toilet and keep farting around, again, it's stink anyway. Is to lock the odor under the water.
Always have baby wipes in the bathroom to keep your booty clean. And nobody
But you
likes
can't flush those.
what?
And I miss the
I
bidet.
don't think you can flush those.
No, you don't. You
So-
have to put them in the wastebasket. But I always
Then
have
you
baby
leave your
wipes.
dookie in the wastebasket.
Well, wiping and
Wipe
leaving
with
a
toilet
skin.
paper.
You wipe yourself and you clean yourself. The
Yeah, you wipe
towel
with
is just to
toilet-
make it.
I never leave the bathroom. You wipe with toilet paper and then you wipe. You take 2 baby wipes. You can cut them in half to save money. I've done that because when COVID happened,
It's not for you to smear your
There's 2 things I'll
your.
never take for granted again: ketchup packets at a restaurant and toilet paper. Never
Well,
again in
toilet
my
paper was
lifetime
no
will
big
I
thing.
take those for
Toilet
granted.
paper was no big thing for me during the COVID because
Oh.
we had so many T-shirts. I cut them up in little 4-inch squares. Had a bag hanging in the bathroom because we live in the country. We can burn our trash, and everybody had their own bag. They wadded it up. We had so many Walmart bags. You poop on the T-shirt, throw it in the bag, roll it up, and
Well,
they the trash. So there's
COVID
no
didn't do anything to me either because I'm such a prepper. That's what it's called, a prepper. I guess because
I'm a
of the side of
pooper.
my family that is Moran, that I always do food storage. So it was funny because a month
Did you wash
before
your
my
hands
friend
after you
came.
poop before you did the poop and storage?
No, I don't go to no, the thing about the storage is that
I
my
gotta
friend came
go.
to bring things for me for my storage,
Shoot,
and then she
Ashley, I
walks
gotta
in
go.
and she saw what is those big bags that you buy at Sam's for 36 roll or whatever.
Hold on,
She
a
saw
what? I've got a
Lana-
jet. It's
Lana-
after 11.
Well, it's
It's
fun.
way past my bedtime. I'm freaking tired.
at midnight
Sorry.
here.
It's,
So check this
you
out.
guys
My
always make
friend.
me stay up past my bedtime and never
Yeah,
do
we
it.
have bad influence. Don't you
Won't
know
turn
that?
to a
Don't make us mad.
I'll pull you off the cliff. I'll pull you off the
Yeah,
cliff.
leading to filth and degenerate behavior. I'm just kidding.
Check this out.
Okay.
So this friend of mine that came to help me, she went to my storage room where I put my food storage and everything that I store, and she said, "Oh my gosh, what are you waiting for the apocalypse with all this toilet paper? You have over 100 rolls of toilet paper." I said, "So, you know the price? Maybe I
Wait,
don't
what's
want to
the
spend,
point?
So it's kind of funny. And then a month later, she said, "Oh, you and this prep for the end of the world." That's what she said. But I don't do for the end of the world. I just, in case, like when I lost my job, I had food. I didn't need to worry about it. So COVID hit. She didn't have any toilet paper. She knocked on my door. "Jane, can I have some toilet paper?" I said, $10 per roll. I
Did you
can't
throw her off a
believe the
cliff?
woman.
You throw her off a cliff.
The woman was like $20 a roll, and she thought, "Okay, I don't care. Give me 3." I was like, "Oh, for heaven's sakes, I'm not gonna take $30 for 3 rolls of paper." But it was like, yeah, I had no problem with toilet paper. I went through the whole COVID. I had tons of Lysol.
Well,
But you know what I didn't have through COVID?
what?
Alcohol. And I had to use acetone for my shots because I was supposed to go
Oh,
get it. I
God.
didn't. And then you couldn't find anywhere. So now I'm paranoid. And now in my storage, I have 6 liters
Well, I have
of
plenty
alcohol.
thank God, because I ran out of my alcohol swabs because they were taking everything to try to make.
Harriet, she left us.
I know she had to go to Betty Bye, but I still I have used now just the alcohol in my bottle and my cotton balls before I do my B12 shot. But
Well, now I had all those shots that I had to take. I used to take about 5 shots a week, like B12, the methotrexate, all this kind of stuff that we
methotrexate
take.
is devil's
And I
medicine.
didn't have anything. So the doctor said just wash your skin with soap and disinfect the best you can. But yeah, now I have a lot of alcohol, and the people say, "What the heck, Jane? What are you doing with all this alcohol? Leave me alone. Leave me
know
alone
what I
about
have
my
to
toilet
do?
paper."
Because I do crafts and I do my colorings and all that stuff, I get dirt under my fingernails. So you know what I do is every night I take peroxide and I pour it in a little dish. I have one odd dish, one little pudding jello dish. It's an odd dish. It's a little cobalt blue one that I
Oh,
don't.
that's pretty.
And I pour my peroxide in there, and then I put my fingernails, all my little fingernails, my 10 fingers down in that little bitty bowl. It's big enough, and it just gets my fingernails so white and so clean and so pretty because
Yeah.
cooking will destroy your fingernails, and it makes you do so much like me, and but it makes the fingernails pull away, kind of like from the skin. But I am, but the peroxide is starting to take affect my
I
fingernails.
never thought about it. I need to do that with my feet. I noticed once I start this last infusion, chemo, whatever people want to call
Peroxide is
or not
amazing for so
call,
many
my
things.
my toenails is getting yellowish. I wonder if it's from the medication.
Yeah, it probably is, but I'm telling you, um, find some
Peroxide and what else?
IJ if you ever need to talk. Starting my day on this. Yeah, I'm going to have to get ready to get off here. Colin's getting perturbed and ready to go to bed. But alcohol is great. And let me tell you, if you have dry skin on your feet, my feet are soft, almost as soft as a baby's butt. What little I will remember of a baby's butt. But I put Vicks Vapor Rub on my feet. And I
And
always
it's
wear
good for
socks.
you.
But the reason why I started putting the Vicks Vapor Rub on my feet is because I have the neuropathy and my feet are cold all the time. And I put Vicks Vapor Rub. I thought one day because I was putting Bengay on my knee and I rubbed some on my feet, and it was so warm, but I didn't have very much of it left. So I thought, I wonder if Vicks Vapor Rub would do the same thing. So I rubbed it on my feet and rubbed it in really, really good, and then put my socks on. And my feet are so warm and cozy because I got to wear them socks 365 days a year. Because if you got neuropathy, you know how your feet feel so cold all the time. And I'm getting to the point where my hands are starting to feel like that. I'm going to have to start wearing
Oh.
gloves to bed, I think, because they're
Yeah, me
freezing off.
too. Every time I go, like Friday, I had the chemo. Today, I feel like I'm an alligator, so dry, and all I do
Oh,
is drink water, and I'm not sure why does that drive me like to the max. I feel,
oh,
and
Jane,
it's
you know
just
what I
awful.
found? Do you have blood pressure medicine? You take blood
No, I
pressure?
I have low blood pressure.
Okay. Well, I take amlodipine because my blood pressure, my doctor told me your blood pressure, even in your most distressed moment, your blood pressure is so good. But I take amlodipine because it expands the blood vessels so that you won't get hardening of the arteries, and you won't get plaque. It makes the blood flow through. But I found out today that I put Vicks Vapor Rub on my feet too before bed, as the same problem, Noni. Yes, Jackie, it's amazing, isn't it? And under my nose to sleep. Yes, 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 that is amazing. Very good. Yes, that's just
So there is no husband's fart that will bother you.
what? No
So your
farts?
husband's fart won't bother you because you put Vicks here.
Well, anyway, what I found out about my amlodipine is okay. Which I didn't know this, is because I never Google anything because I don't want to cause myself to have problems that I don't have.
I do the same.
Yeah, but I
The
found out
minute I
today.
read, like, let's say if a medication says it may cause headache, guess what? I have the headache,
Oh, I know.
so
That's
I
why I don't read
don't
it.
read.
Well, I came across it accidentally by just watching something, and then a commercial came on, and it was ad, and it was like a 30-minute ad, but it said amlodipine causes itchy skin, and it makes the body dehydrate because it's a diuretic. It's not only to help plus I take furosemide for that, but it also makes you pee a lot, and it makes your skin dry, and therefore you itch, and not like lupus doesn't do that anyway. But I get
Yeah,
itch.
fibro.
I'm always bleeding somewhere. But I'm not going to quit taking amlodipine because I need to not have high blood pressure, which I don't really have it, but they want, and it keeps it in check anyway. But my blood vessels, because it helps the brain too, keeps the blood vessel
I
opened up.
think if I take blood pressure medication, because I tried, usually my blood pressure is nothing over nothing. But the last time I took blood pressure medication, it was very minimum, a very lower dose. My
Yeah,
blood
mine
pressure
gets so
went
low too.
My got 85 over 57. And I was
Oh
like,
God,
oh my
that's
gosh, I feel so well, I went lower than that. And people says, oh, you need salt. Bring her a V8 juice. I says, don't, I'll die before I drink that, you
oh, I
know?
love V8. I have to.
I couldn't. They said, but
Oh,
drink a you. I said, bring me a Coke. Has the same amount of sodium.
oh yeah, it does.
And I
And
didn't want to.
Jackie,
The idea to drink tomato juice, it
oh, I love tomato juice.
just
I love.
it, it
Oh, I
goes
love.
against every fiber of my being. And I was like, no, don't want
Oh,
it.
I love it.
Ugh.
I don't like to eat them, but tomato, I have to be just very much in the mood for it. And I don't mind it on my salad and in my salsa or whatever. But as just sitting and eating a tomato, I'm like, blah. But Jackie, your
Yeah,
last
no.
video, there were lots and lots of captures in there, and I heard it say your name. I just watched it last night, girlfriend. If you're still
Well,
here.
Nani, I'm gonna go because I need
Yeah, I'm going to get going
to
too.
how you
Apologies.
say, check on my dog, take her outside, making sure I don't fall in the hole because I'm legally blind at night. I don't
Oh,
have
God.
that perception. And
I'm
I
also
just
got new
want,
glasses,
actually,
so
I
I
just
couldn't
meant to come a little bit and say hello, but I
you
guess
can't come a little
I
bit. You
walked
got
in
to
into
come
a
all the
hot topic.
You got to come all the way. We had a good night, a good discussion.
Yeah.
I love
And
you, night,
I just want to what is her name that came and she was so sad.
Vanessa.
I,
That's Miss
Vanessa, I
Vanessa.
just wanted to let her know that we really love her presence when she comes up. At
Yes.
least myself, I can say for myself, I think when, she's the kind of person when she comes over, she lighten
Love
up the
you too,
room.
JoJo, honey.
And I just want to let her know that she's very precious being. Never let
She is.
anybody, and don't even let the thoughts that she is not important or she doesn't deserve anything great, because she does. And it's unfortunate what happened to her, but it's important also to look forward. You can't
Mm.
change the past.
And everybody can always share over here on my channel and share. And I love you all. And I can't. I Now that I know that I can pray for myself, knew that, but I didn't want to. Like my therapist said, you can pray for yourself anytime. It's not being selfish. It's not putting. It's not because I always thought, not giving enough prayers for everybody else. But I feel you guys prayed for me because there for a few days I was cracking up. I thought I'm gonna die.
Oh,
Uh,
by the way, Kelly, she asked me how you were doing, and I said, you were dealing with things since the fall, shaking. I know it wasn't physically fall, but the concept, it's the ripple effect of the fall was making you be a little. I'm
oh,
saying
I really
I think
physically fell. I
she
dislocated my
she,
ankle and everything.
but she said she sent you a message, and not sure if you saw it,
Yeah, I need to
but
get
yeah,
over.
she was worried about you.
Yeah, I need to get over to Kelly's. Yeah,
By
that
the way,
was.
we are not gossiping about you. She just was very concerned and she was wondering
Oh yeah,
if I
that's
heard
fine.
about
You
you.
guys can gossip about me if you want to. Because if I get mad enough at you, which probably won't, I'll just throw you off
We
the
can
cliff.
end up in your dream off the cliff. Gosh, I hope I don't have nightmare. But you're like in your dreams, you're Jason Statham.
I'm a savage in my dreams. I can run real fast, and like and people get in my way, and they're like being mean and stuff, and I don't even know who they are. Like I just said you can't dream anything you've never experienced, but I'll throw people off the cliff, and yeah,
Gosh.
it's fun. Okay, well I love you all. Arnie, you need to get to sleep. Bless your heart. You're tired as you can be.
Cool.
Arnie, I
Well,
love you, Jackie. I love everybody here. Thank you for coming. Jackie, I can't wait for your next video. Get it put up there, girlfriend. I love
hey,
to go across the
Good night, everyone.
go
night.
to
Love you,
what is the name of
Michelle.
the app that we do the shorts? And I wanted to see you as a Barbie. I made myself
Get
into a
that
Barbie
caption done.
because
I
of
can't figure
you.
that thing out. I can't figure that thing out. Every time I try to post a video, try to change the music, I get a copyright claim. I'm like,
No, what you need to do is when you load, if you know the song or you look for a new song and put it, when you go do the short that you can add a song, you just add a song. It's because
I
when
know,
you
but
download,
I can't find where you go. Like I do it from the app, the phone app, but
okay, so I can give me a
I'm
call
on there
tomorrow.
now.
Give me a call tomorrow because I show you.
If I can get all my stuff to come up on Facebook Messenger.
Do you
'Cause I
have
keep
my phone number still? Just give me a call.
I don't know if I have your phone number.
Oh my Lord.
Did you
You
give
see,
it to me? You know my brain is
yes,
right. I can't remember what
he
happened
used to
yesterday.
text me all the time.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, okay. I'm going to bed.
I'm
Y'all,
not laughing at you.
I'm
I'm
gonna go to
laughing
bed.
because I'm the same. I have your phone number, but I didn't put your name. So I have a whole bunch of number
I do.
without the name
I
of the
got it. I see
people.
it now. I was thinking Jane. Who is Jane? That's Jane. Now I don't. My
That's
Lord.
me.
Okay. Well, anyway, I got to go to sleep and throw somebody off a cliff. So,
People slay their dragons. No need throw people off the cliff.
I'm like a
Lord have mercy.
superhero in my dreams. I'm like a Marvel in the Marvel movies. I got to quit watching them. That's probably why I'm like this superhero. But I love you
I
guys.
don't remember they throwing people off the cliff.
Sure, they do all the time. Or maybe I just there's a
I
guy.
think
There's a
you were. I
guy
don't
with a
think you were watching Marvel.
no, the guy that's like a rock. The one dude, he's like made out of real rocks, and he throws people. He throws
That's
them out
not
the
Marvel.
tree.
That's DC.
DC, yeah, that all the you know what I mean. I
DC
don't
is
know
a
Marvel
dark universe.
C's and ABCs and CSPs and whatever. Okay, I love
All
you
right,
guys.
happy pooper. I love you.
Yeah, and I'll be live tonight because
Hey,
it's
Tonight?
Arnie.
technically Tuesday already.
Oh, okay. I was like, we gotta go.
Okay, not right after this. Okay.
All
Hey,
right. Okay.
Noni, tomorrow send the link of his life for me so I can. I never find Arnie. I'm not even. I
I'll,
thought I was subscribed to him, but I never find him.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it down there in the chat,
Okay.
girlfriend, and then copy and paste it somewhere. Copy it, paste it. Oh God, I just took a pill and didn't write it down. I'm writing my medicine down now so I don't forget.
Okay. Bye, happy pooper.
Okay, thank you, Happy Poopers Junior.
I'm a happy peer. I love to pee.
Happy Peter. Okay. All right.
Hey, your name is Happy Pooper, and I'm a Tinkle Tinkle.
Well, Jane the Tinkle Tinkle and Noni the Happy Pooper. So if anybody
Hello.
ever sees Noni doing, say, you mean that old Happy Pooper?
Inherit is the fart fart,
She's the
and Arnie's the burpee burpee.
she's the burpy burpy.
Yeah, my
All
lungs.
right, now I'm leaving.
Okay. Bye bye, everybody. Love you. Thank
Bye.
you for coming. And
My
I'll see you
links
the
in the
next time.
chat.
See you all. See you on
Okay.
Arnie's tomorrow. Okay. Kiss, kiss, smooch, smooch. Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye bye.
everyone.
Good night. Sweet times. Sweet dreams. Something like that. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.